Why was that still there? Ah! 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 Hold on. Ah! I don't want to hear that. Why do I hear myself? I updated the go up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Hey guys, Boosham Zero here. Everyone's favorite male VTuber, back at it again with another stream. Did you guys miss me? Chat, be so for real. Did you guys miss me? Is this thing on? What a normal stream. Screaming in the background. This will now be edited over Kirby. What? You want to edit me screaming over Kirby falling? You want to edit me going, Wah! You want a little soundbite of me going, Wah! Down, like, falling down a cliff or something, man? Is that what you want? Wah! Oh my god. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find something. Ah, man. Let me do something first real quick. Because it has genuinely been a couple weeks. It has been a month. When did I dox myself? Oh, Mario? You didn't like Mario? You'd rather have me go, wah! Wah! You sound like Mario there. Hey guys, Dark Claw here. Dark, you have 15 minutes to make an edit, or we're all calling you Stinky for the rest of the stream. You have 15 minutes to make an edit, or I'm banning you. Banning you. Oh my god. June. It has been a month. Yeah. So I doxed myself at the beginning of the month. And then nothing. Fun fact, guys. If anyone ever tells you to get a day job and then stream, don't listen to them. The real reason I haven't been streaming is because I got a day job. No. Never do that, chat. If anyone ever tells you to get a career, don't do it. No. That will stop all momentum for you. No hope for your future. How have we all been doing, guys? Let me see. Let's find the playlist of music every YouTuber uses. We're gonna play that in the background. Oh god. Oh god. Guys. We're so back. Oh my god. You know, I've like, okay, so fun fact. I've never used any of these songs before. So I think for the Rent a Girlfriend video, I purposefully used songs from this because I've never used them before. I figured it'd be kind of funny. This is like the big YouTuber, the big gamer YouTuber playlist, man. Every single one of them uses this. Oh, man. I think I'll read... What I'll do is... I have some super chats that I got from the doxing stream that I'll read off, and some subscriptions. Some memberships that memberships that I got last stream that I will be thanking later. How have we all been doing otherwise, chat? Let me see. This stream is copyrighted by Nintendo. Joke's on you! This is Sonic L Hedgehog. Let me see. You've been getting distracted a lot lately, dude. So, you love Busham Zero? Mike Yubi, that's a lie. Unless it's related to you wanting to see me shower naked, that's just a lie. All right, Mikey? I've seen the stuff you've been sending me. That's a lie. Listen, I've been trying to catch up on my backlog over this past month. I think I wasn't entirely mentally prepared for a lot of the stuff over the past month. I've been traveling for family reasons. I don't. Yeah, Cheesecake, I know. I know you don't. Your heart is full of hate. Full of hatred. I know. Izuku Midoriya! Ain't you supposed to be finishing my Happy Meal? I ordered that 5 hours ago. Get back to work. Good Hey, Jada Joy Boy, how's it going? Bruh. I ain't finished your Happy Meal. Get someone else to do it. What else are you doing, man? What else are you doing? What for all? Fryers for all. Burger King smash. Full McDonald's. Whoa. Thank you, Sheep. And thank you, Dark Claw, for the memberships. Thank you both. I can't wait to see what kind of wonderful things you'll be sending. Use the emojis right now. If you're a member, show me by showing me the emojis right now in chat. Go, 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 go. I am totally not using this opportunity, by the way, to like self-promote. I am totally not in other servers right now linking this stream. I would never do that. Actually, for the one time, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Green names, green names, green names. Spam emojis, spam emojis. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. You guys have the opportunity to use emojis, and yet you never use them. Actually, while we're on that topic, do you guys have any suggestions for emojis I could be using? I might commission more. I might need more emotes. I've been meaning to get more emotes. Huh? Whoa. It appears that Dark Claw has gifted 5 memberships. Oh, God. It's this song. Why did you get... Look, I know that Deku needs the membership because he's got nothing else going on, right? He's gonna be using Fryers for all, full McDonald's, and like I know that's why he needs it, but come on, man.
Gosh, Sora.
Why is Rad just in my chat? Rad, I know you're in here. Type something now. Type it in there. Type that shit in now.
Sora.
What? Huh? What is that? If you want a Happy Meal, go get one. I ordered one.
Sora.
McDonald's employee, I expected you to deliver it me. You are making me one because I ordered it using the app. Anyways, chat. So, I'm gonna be honest with you. Famous plagiarist YouTuber Inuyaka has made a video called My Favorite Anime from Every Year This Century. Every year this century. It's only 2024. Hasn't even been half a century. Get real, guys. Get real. But, Hold on 1 second. I'm kidding.
These are my favorite
But Ina did make this video. The number one hero would make that happy. Oh my god. Yeah, so Ina made this video where basically she went through 2000 all the way to 2044, went through every single show from each year, and then decided which ones were the best, right? So what we're gonna do is similar thing. I just realized the name is Izuki Midoriya, so that implies like that's Femdeku. Bold of you to assume we'll survive the whole century, bro. If I like, what was that meme? I'm not gonna show it. It was a really after the debates, someone posted memes like the illusion of choice. Yeah. But basically, she went through this, and I figured I'd go through here and really like talk about like each show that came out that year. I was going to make a video, right? But spoiler alert, I got to 2008 in the recording. I checked how long I was recording for. It said 50 minutes. On God, I am not editing a 3-hour video of me yapping about every anime this century, right? Look, so I'm making a stream. We're gonna see how long it takes. If it ends up cutting off, I might try to work something out. Sheep doesn't know the difference between a decade and a century. How sad. Hold on, did you just now know? Listen here, Kono Bakayano Deku. I do what I must. I don't care if what your name said. I saw the heart emojis. Little fucking stupid Deku. And I'm gonna read it however I want. I'll be the number one hero, Deku. Kono Bakayano. Oh my god. But yeah. Best anime every year of the 2000s. So here's what we're gonna do. I have 2 qualifications for this stream. Baku Deku slime. Gotchan! What are you doing? We can't do that on TV. Alright, so here are the rules. Is this century around 20 minutes? I'm not paying attention to any of you. Clearly, I'm going to be losing brain cells if I pay attention to any of you. So here are the rules. Here are the rules that I'm establishing. I am allowed to have sequels for my favorite, but not for the anime that best encapsulates the year. So, here's the thing. I'm giving two rankings. I'm giving you my favorite anime of that year, the one I personally consider the best. And I'm going to give you the one that I feel best embodies this year, right? So like, you'll see what I mean when we get into it, but just know that sometimes I'll have the same anime for both categories. I just kind of feel like it feels disingenuous to go into this and then just like name a show that I liked better, but I don't feel best encapsulates the aspects of the year that it came from. If that makes sense, right? You're also going to be seeing a lot of shows that I have been on my watch list for literal years, and I just have not like decided to like watch it. We're gonna get the Busham Anime Protect stream one day. I think we did that, but I'll do it again later. There's a video coming out eventually where I'm going to be recommending. Isn't Nintendo harsh with copyrighting its music? This playlist might be a bad idea. Listen, you know what? You're right. Let me see. What would be... Oh. Hold on, let me think. What would be really stupid to have? What would be the dumbest music to play? It's not Jonathan Starr. Is that loser Jonathan Starr? Everybody point and laugh at Johnny Starr. Alright, let me think. You know what? Screw you. Here's what we're doing. This is what we're doing now. Oh, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. You love Johnny Starr? It's the... Okay. All right. Rule number 2. Rule number 2. It has to have started in that year to qualify. So, like, some idiot is going to be, like, looking at me in 2000 and be like, well, what about One Piece? Why aren't you putting One Piece as the anime of that year? And I'll be like, I can't do that. Similarly, I can't put Sousou no Frieren in 2024 because, technically speaking, it started in 2023. That's just a rule to make it easier for this, right? Let me see. Are these the only 2 rules I feel like putting in here? Oh yeah, rule number 3. If you disagree, my balls, your mouth, bruh. Alright, here we go. You see these rules? Remember these rules. Why can't I see this in dark mode? This is hurting my eyes. Can I, like... Why is it not automatically dark moding it? Gosh, Sora. Oh my god, thank you, Sheet, for the gifted memberships. Thank you. Faker! You're the only faker out here. We're starting with the year 2000. Now, favorite, I'm gonna do favorite, sorry, best, and, okay, we'll do favorite, and then we'll do best embodies. I also kind of want to use this stream as a sort of history lesson, because it's very interesting going through this and realizing the sort of trends that happen throughout, like, the whole thing. Let me see. All right, so, for example, if you look at the year at winter 2000, you'll notice that, like, very, very early on, there'll see, like, the lack of saturation that anime sort of had. So, like, in the 2000s, right, the only new shows that were really that really came out worth talking were, like, Boogie Pop, whatever Megami Kohosei is, and Ojubaja Doremi Shark. So, this is such a strange, like, sort of set of years, right, where there's only, like, 9 shows airing in a season. Could you imagine 9 shows only airing in a season? Granted, there was multiple long-running series airing at the same time. One Piece, GTO, Hunter x Hunter 1999, Cardcaptor Sakura, Detective Conan, Excel Saga, Big O, Crayon Shin-chan. It's still airing. Oh my god. Blue Gender. Wow, they found the 3rd gender. Zoids, Turn a Gundam. So, like, there's a lot of these long-running shows that end up taking a lot of, like, the airspace. So, again, one thing you'll notice as I go through this is that I have not seen a lot of shows from this sort of era. If it's an anime that came out pre-2005, I likely have not seen it. Just a victim of, like... Just a victim of me having to, like, a long-ass plan to watch list. Let me actually check my Annie list None of you get to see it. None of you get to see my Annie list. Oh, son of a... Never mind. I'm pretty sure I have like 700 plus shows on my plan to watch. So that's an idea of how low we're going to get. But again, we're looking through this list. If I've seen Ojamajo Doremi, I'd put that up there. Because God knows I'm not putting Poppy the Performer on there. Are any Poppy the Performer fans in chat? Any Poppy the Performer stands getting real mad that I'm not going to put it as best of the year? No? Didn't think so. Spring 2000. Oh, it's Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So we know, like, what was the show, the show of the season, right? You love Poppy? No, you don't, sheep. No, you don't. Stop lying. We have Love Hina. Raise your hands if you've seen Love Hina. I didn't think so. Nia Under 7, a show that I've heard people talk about but I haven't actually seen. Sakura Wars, right? Like, boys be what? Dude, boys be doing what? Oh, how can we forget Transformers car robots? $2,000 favorite, haven't seen. $2,000 best embodies, haven't seen. No, you'll very quickly realize what the... You'll figure out what embodies 2000, right? So, flat season, what do we even have for movies, right? Oh, guys! Did you watch anime on Toonami? Did you guys watch Toonami? Guys, Fooly Cooly! I love Furikuri! By Studio Gainax and Production IG, I love Furikuri! Do you like the pillows? Oh my god. So, chat, I'm gonna make some people, Johnny Star, really, really mad, Inakyu, by saying I don't like Fooly Cooly. I just don't. I watched it, and when I realized what the show was about, I went, uh-huh, and then moved up. Yo, Cheesecake, dap me up. Dap me up. Hell yeah. Fooly Cooly is fine. By the way, if you call it FLCL, you're a loser. I'm just saying. But Fooly Cooly is fine. I need to rewatch it one day when I'm a lot less cynical. I probably am less cynical now. But Fooly Cooly is just... I know what it's about. I don't like shows that I know what it's about and it never sort of like goes beyond the metaphor that it has. And I'm just like, okay, the entire time. I know that's very shallow, but I don't know. That's nothing compared to Virtual Star 2000 and Reframe Blue with her grippers out. See, there we go again. Jinro, The Wolf Brigade, and Escaflowne are two movies that I've been wanting to see for years, and I just never had the time. I might have more watch-alongs for members, and I'll be watching a bunch of these anime films. Not everyone can be as lighted as I am. Johnny Star, every single Annie-tuber or boomer that was born in the 1900s sits there and goes, did you guys see Fooly Cooly? Have you guys seen Furikuri? It was on Toonami. I love Toonami. Furikuri, you're not special. You are not unique. You are not unique for liking Furikuri. Oh my god. Let's see. Summer 2000. Oh, yo. Can I get some Handmaid May fans in the chat? How about some Brigadoon Marin Tomelan fans? How about Metara Damashi, dog? Are any of you... Who the fuck? Like, who? These things aren't even on streaming services. No one's seen these. And then we go to, like... I think the movies... Clover 4 out of 3. That's 1 point... That's like 1.25, man. No thanks. Oh yeah, I forgot about... Who could forget the JoJo no Kimi no Naboken Adventure OVA, dog? Yeah, no, dog. I'm good. You got a few days left, buddy. Relax. What before you kiss me? Calm down, dog. We got Vampire Hunter D, Cardcaptor Sakura movie 2, right? Just a lot of stuff that I just haven't seen. Again, so I can't really say anything. I know that Corridor Digital loves ripping this one off, but aside from that, I haven't seen it. Right? So, whatever. Hold up. And all of a sudden, we get to 4 shows immediately that I've seen. So here's the thing. If you are an Asian, you know what Inuyasha is, and most likely you've seen Inuyasha. It is like a core, it's a canon event that if you are Asian, you've seen Inuyasha. Right? And so I think as a result, every single person has this like perspective of Inuyasha. Like, Inuyasha definitely has a lot of really good stuff, right? I think the dynamic between Inuyasha and Kagome is very, very good. I like the fact that it takes into account the whole idea of his relationship. I think of anything, Inuyasha has a lot of like the mangaka's sort of like Rumiko Takahashi's like tropes pretty down of romance. It's very, very good in terms of romance. In terms of action, it is the most boring shit you'll ever see in your life. Inuyasha is so ungodly boring when it comes to its action. I swear to God, when there's action happening on screen, it is the most boring it ever is. This show and the manga is only good when characters are messing around. Otherwise, like, here, I'll describe to you how every single moment in Inuyasha goes. I'm not joking. This is how every fight in Inuyasha goes. Inuyasha and the gang go into a village. Inside that village, there's like a demon they think they can handle. And it turns out that demon has like a piece of the shard inside them, right? So then Inuyasha, being Inuyasha, uses his sword that can cut down a 10,000 demons at once. But it doesn't work because actually the Shikon jewel that's inside the demon is being held by Naraku. And Naraku has a barrier. So then Inuyasha goes, "Don't worry guys, I got this." And uses his Tessaiga form that was made specifically to cut down barriers. Swings at the barrier, but it turns out it's a special Naraku barrier. And because it's a special Naraku barrier, now Tessaiga just doesn't work on it. The sword that he has specifically made to cut through barriers, it doesn't work anymore. So then Mirko goes like, "I got this." Uses the black hole that he has as hands. Goes, sucks it in, but then, oh snap! Naraku sent the bees. You don't want to mess with Naraku when the bees show up, because then when Mirko sucks the bees into his hand, he can't fight no more, and he's out of commission. Rumiko Takahashi will forget that Shippo's there. Sometimes I forget the Shippo's there because Rumiko Takahashi forgot to draw them in the corner of a page. No one else matters. I think Sesshomaru shows up, says something raw, and then leaves. And then Kagome hits it with an arrow, and then finally Inuyasha uses an attack, only for Naraku to get away. So yeah, no, that's all Inuyasha is. It is ungodly boring for action, and is only good when relationship stuff is happening. The only reason you like School Days is because it was funny for the dub. The dub that people still reference, and yeah, you don't actually like the show. No one actually likes Ghost Stories for the actual show. They like it because the dub says that we can't ever be together, not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black, right? It's haha funny clips going around on YouTube. Not doing it for me. This show's a fever dream. Vandred is a fever dream. I could not describe to you what it is, except it is a mecha where in order to activate the different powers of the mecha, he has to ship himself with a woman. Did I say School Days? I meant Ghost Stories. Same thing, really. Nobody actually likes Ghost Stories either. My brain is fried. Vandred. Vandred is a fever dream. We're just gonna out of pure morbid curiosity, we're gonna check what's in the movie category. Blood the Last Vampire. I've seen that like years ago. I might need to rewatch it. It's a classic for a reason. Amagami-sama. No one's seen Amagami-sama unless you were born in the 1900s and you were an anime YouTuber who made videos in the 2010s. So like, Do I even need to say it? like it's right there. I've been avoiding it. Hajime no Ippo is the best. Hajime no Ippo is the best anime of 2000 by such a wide margin. Madhouse was in their bag. There's action in this show that legitimately like outscales a lot of stuff nowadays. For a show that was aired in the 2000s, the sound design, the voice acting, like it's so good. Hajime no Ippo is one of the top 2 sports manga of all time. It is one of the best manga of all time. George Morikawa has art that's insane. So you would think a manga with that good art would be adapted worse. But instead, Madhouse realized that they couldn't emulate Morikawa's godlike art. So instead, they take advantage of the medium of animation. When Ippo does the Dempsey roll, they use sound design of a car to really emphasize how strong and fast the attack is. It's genius, the sound design that's in the show. The way they use movement, the way they use sound design. If anyone ever tells you that an anime has no worth, show them Hajime no Ippo and tell them to shut up. But again, if I had to pick one for the one that best embodies the year, it's between 2 things. And unfortunately, it's between Yu-Gi-Oh!, which I think is a very fair pick, right? I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Started off really the area of the genre of like trading card specific shows. Because like Pokemon was Pokemon's anime, right? Catching monsters and stuff, right? But Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically with the card game adaptations, really toy-centric. It doesn't have roots in video games or anything like that. It is just this very specific thing. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Started out as a manga that serialized in Weekly Shonen Jump and then eventually became a card game that was like popular alongside it. The show follows a similar timeline to the manga, but ultimately becomes its own thing, to the point where like we have these 2 sort of like timelines going on. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a good option for that. But as much as I've been hating, as much as I've been sort of like a hater, I can't really deny that like, look, the Toonami boys have the Toonami boys got hooked on anime for a reason. I'm sorry. Fully Cooley is, I think, the most 2000 show. It symbolizes this era between the 90s era of Gainax and then like the postmodern coming up to when Trigger came out sort of era. So I kind of view this era, it's in between era of Gainax, between like when Ava came out would be like the 90s era, like the late 90s era, and then early 2000s when Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann came out. That's sort of like the last big hurrah that Gainax had, and in between, right in between, a perfect bridge would be Fully Cooley. To the point where I almost have no choice but to put Fully Cooley there. I know it's a cop out, but yeah, no, I'll give the funny like Toonami brain rotted fools out there, those people born in the 1900s, their cards right now. They're flowers indeed. Fully Cooley best embodies the 2000. It's been 30 minutes and we finally managed to finish 1 year. We're so cooked. So now we're in 2001. And what you'll start to notice as the years go by is that the number of shows airing all at once in one season starts to come up. Again, it's not like we're getting anything real like Zoids. I haven't seen Zoids. Grappler Baki. I would never watch the anime adaptation of Baki. Ojamajo Doremi. Again, I wish I watched Ojamajo Doremi so I can, like, quit being a fake magical girl fan. But whatever. What are we looking at here? So then we scroll down. We scroll down. Oh, let it die! I'm kidding. Yeah, nothing happened in Winter 2001. Winter 2001 was a boring year. Okay. I think Digimon Tamers is a very good show before they go to the digital world. Can I be so honest with you? I find Digimon as a series a lot less interesting whenever they go to the digital world. Like, it's a cool idea of them going to a different world, but like otherwise I just don't find the story as interesting when they're there. I think all the stuff of like the Digimon invading and becoming real creatures and them having to fight them in the real world was such a good idea that the moment they actually go to the digital world, I'm sort of like zoned out. I don't know. That's just a me thing. I just do not really mess with Digimon whenever they go to the digital world. Otherwise, like, what else are we looking at here in this year? I'm good. Just whoa. Whoa. 1, 2, 3. Shut up. 4, 5, 6. Angelic Layer, another show that's been in my plan to watch for years that I haven't seen. 9, 12, 15, Jesus. 18. What's with all these shows that just randomly came out in spring 2001? Parappa the Rapper! Oh my god. Let me see. Movies. Alien 9. Again, another show that I have to watch. But okay, so nothing again in spring 2001. Okay. This is every like girl anime fans like canon events. I know because I got an anime because of my older sister, and one of my first anime because of her was Fruits Basket. I am currently in the process of watching all of Fruits Basket. That includes the new anime because of an agreement I made with Inakyu. And yeah, Fruits Basket's just built different. It's reaffirming a lot of memories I have of it. I think it has a special sort of energy that isn't really found in a lot of shows now. I actually tweeted about it when I was watching Fruits Basket. I'm like, I don't know if I even want to watch the new anime at a certain point, because I feel like they're gonna smooth out all of the crazy coked out energy this anime adaptation has. I love how chaotic Fruits Basket 2001 is. Shaman King, I've never seen it. Scried, another show that's been on my plan to watch. I My Me Strawberry Eggs, another one. I don't know why, but I swear to God, Glass Reflection was talking about it for a long time. Yo! Does anyone remember Cubix Robots for Everyone? When I was a kid, for some reason, I didn't have cable, right? So I had this VHS tape, a promotional VHS tape, I think it was, for Cubix. And I just watched that all the time, every now and then, to the point where I was a fan of Cubix with watching episodes that I caught whenever there was cable, or because of the toys. And like, okay, let me show you like a toy of Cubix to give you an idea of like, Cubix is basically like what if robots in our world. But this toy, like, the Cubix toys, I think, are just like really fun. Like, look at this, man. Oh my god, Reddit. Like, look at that. It's like the way Cubix sort of works is that like all these like robots have different like configurations, but because Cubix is a robot that's made of like these different cube parts, you can basically form him into like, let me see. Is there one that shows all the Cubix's forms? Okay, this is a Pinterest link. That's not help. Okay, like one of the forms that I always remember, right, was that he could turn into this, like, this motorcycle, and, like, the one part that's you see, like, that's on his back somewhere, or no, on his arm, ends up turning into, like, the wheel, right? I think it's pretty fun. The show looks goofy and old and weird, but, like, I thought it sort of has this, like, memory for me, and it's only 26 episodes. I would want to rewatch this just out of morbid curiosity. No, 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 no. Okay. Cowboy Bebop as a Cowboy Bebop movie, I would never put it as the best of that year. I would also never put Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within or Aretsuhime. I would never put any of these as the best of the year. However, dude, okay. It is a very, very basic pick. However, Spirited Away is a core memory for me. Again, sort of like the Asian canon events. If you were an Asian born in America, I feel like you've seen Spirited Away as one of your first Ghibli films. Spirited Away is a movie that is well loved for a reason. Like, as quote unquote overrated as it is, it's overrated for a reason. It's just really that good. Again, the scene of her riding on Haku's back through the water and stuff with no face. Spirited Away is a very good film. I still, to this day, cannot help myself but putting on a stupid little smile whenever I watch it. So, you might see where this is going. Also, just because I don't have any other choice, I dropped OG Hellsing's anime. Mostly because, like, I just didn't find it that appealing. I'm just going to watch Ultimate instead. I have not seen the Prince of Tennis anime. I have not seen Hikaru no Go. I am not watching Rave Master's anime. I read the manga. Rave Master, of the major works that Hiro Mashima has worked on, is the least entertaining. Don't know what that is. Mahoromatic, another show that's been on my plan to watch. Haven't gotten a chance to get it. Vandred's Second Stage is a fever dream that, once again, I do not remember a single thing about because I watched it when it was on Netflix. Kirby Right Back at Ya. I caught sometimes whenever there was TV on cable that I just never watched. Very consistency. Not a lot of strong memories of that. Otherwise, like, what am I looking at here? The first Inuyasha movie, Sakura Wars? No. So again, here's what I'll do. Favorite? I have no choice. It's Spirited Away. Spirited Away is just my favorite of that year, of all the anime that's there. The anime that I think best embodies 2001. And sort of like where anime was at that point, I think Fruits Basket does a very good job of, like, if you wanted to show someone a show that, like, even to this day, right, holds up, I would show them Fruits Basket's original anime. There's a certain sort of charm that you're never going to get again from a show that's airing now that Fruits Basket has. The way the sound design is, the voice acting, the way the show's sort of animated, the way it's like, there's a sort of, like, feel that a lot of shows I realize have where they can feel both sort of, like, slow-ish because of the way, like, individual scenes sort of feel and are paced back then, but also have the most crazy coked out energy I've ever seen in my life. And that sort of, like, in-between area is something that Fruits Basket has. I think Fruits Basket is just very evident of everything that was going on in 2001 by such a wide margin. I think even if you look in there, even if you say something like Digimon Tamers, it doesn't necessarily give you an idea of what anime was like Fruits Basket does for 2001. For the 70s, I don't even know if I've seen anything from the 70s aside from OG Mobile Suit Gundam, right? I haven't, like, I don't even know if I could do that. What do we got here? Now we're into 2002. We're going to see what we have in winter 2002. Okay. So here's the thing, right? I'm staring down a show that I watched on Netflix when I was a kid, and I don't really remember all that much. And two things that have been on my plan to watch for years that I haven't gotten to. Razafon specifically, I'm a little less enthused to watch. It is a Bones anime. More specifically, a Bones that was fresh off of separating from Sunrise. And it's a mecha series from early Bones. My only concern is that a lot of people will reference Razafon as being the better Eva. And now that I'm awakened and like Eva again, I'm sort of realizing that that might entirely be in bad faith. And I'm sort of concerned what that means for my experience of Razafon. Onagai Teacher, I don't really know what it is. Apparently it's like a Shotokan protagonist, like harem series. I have no idea. We have the Toei Animation adaptation of Count On before KyoAni took it over. And yeah, why would anyone suggest that you watch this Count On over the KyoAni adaptation, right? Again, I wish I watched Ojamajo Doremi so I could put this on there, but I can't. Otherwise, I've noticed that there's this trend of like a lot of like random kids shows just coming out during winter, beginning of the year. I don't know. Let me see. Movies, OVAs, Hoshino Love Hina again. Nah, no. Yes, my favorite. The soccer film. This movie, I don't like this movie. I found this movie not as entertaining. That might just be me. Oh well. Yeah, no, that's about it. Nothing else from winter 2001 seems to be sticking out. So now we're gonna check spring 2002. Okay, guys. Whoa, guys. Do you want to have sex with the robot? Chat, do you want to have sex with the robot? Does that robussy get you going crazy on it? Do you want to have sexual intercourse with a robot? Choo-choo, yeah, choo-choo, yeah, choo-choo, let me be with you. No. Chobits is fine. Chobits is fine. I went and rewatched it years ago and was like, yeah, that's a show. Certainly, it is a show. Okay. Dot Hack Sign is another show that a lot of people who hate on stuff like Sword Art Online will tell you is peak and better than Sword Art Online, which again, looking at that 6.94 rating, I'm not sure how accurate that's about to be, and honestly, because of that, it gives me a similar feel that like Razafon sort of gives me, so I'm a little concerned. Azumanga Daio's there, and like even if you haven't seen Azumanga Daioh, you sort of get what kind of vibe it is, right? It is proto Nichijou. Azumanga Daioh is proto Nichijou, and it has that same sort of chaotic energy. Back when JC Staff gave a shit, and so like I'd be pretty happy putting this as the one that represents the year, but we'll see how it goes later on. Digimon Frontier, that's the one where they like become the Digimon, right? Abenobashi is another show that I've been meaning to watch, just never got around to it. And of course Tokyo Mew Mew. Guys, did you watch 4Kids anime? Tokyo Mew Mew, guys. I've never seen it. Okay. So there was this period, I think, like late in like elementary school, where I would just go on YouTube, like early middle school, and just watch shows that they had all on YouTube. One of them was Mega Man NT Warrior. I watched Mega Man NT Warrior like because the toys are really cool. So I just like binged the whole damn show on YouTube. I remember him getting these really cool power-up forms, because again, I never played Mega Man. My literal only exposure to Mega Man at the time was Mega Man NT Warrior. It was fun. I think Death Battle said he was like multiversal. Otherwise, cool. Wouldn't like give it anything else. What else we got here? Yeah, no. Let you get you, Sada get you? Sadu get you? That's crazy. Out of context, the Azumanga Daioh clips have been funnier than whenever I try to watch the show from the start. That's the thing, I guess, that like it doesn't share with Nichijou, because every Nichijou fan I know of really hardcore likes Nichijou and insists you watch it. Azumanga Daioh fans kind of just show you the clips and then move on with their lives. I feel like that's sort of the thing, but otherwise, I just haven't felt the need to go about it like I did with Nichijou. Armitage 3 Dual Matrix as a movie I heard sucks ass, and that's the only thing I know about Armitage. Otherwise, this is all just a bunch of other stuff I just haven't gone around to. Unless, of course, we're talking about The GOAT, the original Battle Shonen film. Award-winning! Oh, that's crazy. Princess Tutu, another show that's been on my plan to watch for literal years that I just haven't gotten to it. What's it on right now? Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Otherwise, nothing. Just a whole lot of nothing going on here. Oh, The Cat Returns and Millennium Actress. Two films I have not seen, but two films I really, really want to see. However, I'm holding off on The Cat Returns because I want to watch the story that like spawned it, that Ghibli also made, because I watched the movie. I forgot the name of it, but I really enjoyed the like live action sort of pseudo sequel to the film that this spawned from. So I kind of want to watch it. Oh, hey guys. Come on! Guys, what do you think I'm going to put as the anime that best embodies this year? What do you guys think I'm going to put? What could it possibly be? What could I possibly be putting here? Naruto! Naruto! Believe it! Naruto. The thing, okay, so this is the unfortunate thing. I don't like that much any of the big three's adaptations, however, the reason is because of just general beef I have with long-running adaptations of Battle Shonen. I just think that like the medium sort of like, because of how much filler that ends up getting shoved in there, because of how they handle certain arcs, especially in Bleach's case, you'll see my thoughts on Bleach later on. I think one of the only ones that manages to still capture the spirit of the manga it's adapting is Naruto. Again, Pierrot really only gives a shit when they see a character with a headband on, to the point where sometimes I feel like the only reason some Black Clover scenes actually have good animation is because they thought that they were animating a Naruto scene. But Naruto is, again, one of the big three. It embodies the era for a reason. I'm just going to preemptively just show you. There's no point in, like, dancing around it. The one that best embodies it is Naruto. I feel like Naruto best embodies the energy of 2002, especially because of how iconic it ends up being. How important it ends up being for all of anime. Again, a lot of series, a lot of fans of anime wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Naruto, right? So you gotta put Naruto there. Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, another show it's been on my plan to watch that I haven't seen. Haibane Renmei, same deal. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, same deal. Mahoromatic, same deal. There's just a lot of these shows that I just haven't gone around to, mostly because a lot of them are just so old that like finding a place to stream them becomes a pain in the ass. And they're not like the big notable ones that are really popular and easy to like again, Macross Zero. Just a lot of this that I just haven't gone around to. Naruto made you? Dude, I couldn't tell. How was I supposed to tell that Naruto is like the big thing that embodies you, Mike UB? Who would ever think that? However, comma, if I was talking about my favorite of the year, again, my options are very limited in terms of things I've actually seen and finished. But let me see. I could cheat. No, I can't, because my only other option is fucking Chobits, and I'm not picking Chobits. I could put Full Metal Panic, but I don't mess with Full Metal Panic like that. Yeah, I'm out of options. I'm gonna have to fraud it up. One thing you'll notice throughout this list is that sometimes I'll be showing that an anime that best embodies the era is also the best anime of that era, in my opinion. Again, I'm only picking... Let me add that rule real quick. I have to have finished the anime. I have to have finished / watched the anime to qualify it. Multiple anime can be both the best and the favorite. So yeah, no, yeah. The best of the Big Three's adaptations, again, makes it to both is the first to make it in both the favorite and the one that best embodies the year. Everybody clap. Massive win for Naruto. Everybody clap. We're actually making pretty decent headway, if I'm being honest with you. We're now in 2003. Let's see. Here we go again. Same story. Wolf's Rain. Been on my plan to watch. Haven't seen it. I'm not even commenting on .hack, whatever that is. And then just a bunch of things. Transformers Armada, which I think I've seen a few episodes of, but I'm never going to put as best of the year. You couldn't get into Naruto. Rip. Everybody point and laugh. Yeah, no. You'll find that a lot of L stuff comes out in winter a lot of times, and then just, like, all of it comes out later on. Like, a lot of good stuff ends up coming out in fall sometimes. Or Bleach either. Cheesecake is a One Piece fan. Everybody point and laugh. Kino no Tabi and Technolize are two series that every loser on my anime list insists you watch, or else unless you have no taste, right? Same with The Last Exile. Because of that, they've been on my plan to watch, but I just haven't gone around to either of them. Dan Angel, I've been meaning to watch. Same with Zatch Bell, and especially Scrap Princess. Scrap Princess was a show that Glass Reflection really liked, and because of that, I've been wanting to watch it for years. It's another old school Bone show, so it's also guaranteed to be at least good. Let me see. Airmaster, blah, 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 blah. Just a lot of shows nobody's seen. The 2003 adaptation of Astro Boy also came out here, but who's seen that? Dear boys, what? What do you want to say to the boys? What do you want to say with the boys in their glass basketball, man? Do what? Okay. The Animatrix? Shut up, man. Razafano. Okay, so Spring, another L. Okay, so we have, like, one thing I actually have seen, Full Metal Panic Fumofu, which is a very fun show. Very fun sort of sequel to Full Metal Panic. And then just Ikitosen and Green Green, two shows. And then Onagai Twins. We are entering the era where there's just a bunch of, like, ecchi series. From this point on, you're seeing, like, the trend of, like, a bunch of just really horny shows that, aside from having hot girls, I don't think have a lot of, like, reasons to get into. Da Capo. Just a bunch of things I haven't seen again. A lot of movies I also haven't seen. I could be a loser and put Hajime no Ippo Mashima versus Kimura, but like that sort of feels cheap because as good as that is just an arc in Hajime no Ippo. I'm not gonna put that in there. It's a very good arc, but it is not like I'd feel very weird for putting that in there. Oh, oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. It handed me. It, dude. That's crazy. That's insane. Like I'm just. I should know. Let's give her the 2003. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Look. Here's the thing. I've always sort of found the debate between what was better between FMA and FMAB really stupid and juvenile. Mostly just because, like, I feel if you're not watching both, you're wasting your time. Full Metal Alchemist is just, for the canon material it does have, the best version of the canon material it does cover. And I think of the material the canon material does cover, the way they adapted it sort of fits the story best, right? They cover, I believe, the very beginning all the way up to, I think everything's canon up until the Greed fight. And I think up until that point, FMA is a lot more like mystery-centric, a lot less emphasis on action and big spectacles. So the way they sort of adapted it with the vibes and the dark feel best suits the 2003 adaptation. All of the non-canon stuff is ass. I think all of the non-canon stuff from FMA 2003 ranges from being fine to just ass, man. I think it high-key just falls off the moment it starts descending into, like, non-canon territory. Especially after it turns out that the major enemies are actually, like, magical Nazis. And that because we had World War I equivalent exchange, like, is caused or something. Like, okay, dude. Alright. Yeah, no. Nah. But I think you are doing yourself a disservice if it's like, which do I watch, FMA or FMAB, if you pick one as opposed to watching both. Because you're never going to get the best experience. Because when you take a look at when FMA and FMA aired and then when FMAB aired, FMA, because it's 51 episodes, means it didn't necessarily end until like 2006. And then 2009 is when FMAB came out. It was only 3 years. So what I'm willing to bet was that the reason why the first 13-ish episodes of FMAB, the reason why they are the way they are, is because Bones sort of expected you to have seen the material from FMA. It was still sort of in your mind, so they sort of like spark notes it to get you into the story after that point. Because it sort of seems kind of stupid to have adapted something only 3 years ago and then just do it again. It sort of seems kind of dumb. That's why, like, whenever you see, like, a new adaptation of Spider-Man, they're not gonna, like, there's always the meme of, why do you want to kill Uncle Ben again? So they speed run it every single time. So, again, I don't want to see Uncle Ben get shot again. Again, FMA, again, this was like old bones fresh off of separating again from Sunrise. So, you gotta give him some love for that. I think FMA is another show that we're never going to see adapted the way it was adapted back then in the same way. Otherwise, we have stuff like Planet Test, a show I haven't seen before. Gungrave, a show I haven't seen before, but it's on my plan to watch. No one's telling you to watch the Tsukihime anime. They're all going to tell you, unlike Fate, to read the visual novel. Gunslinger Girl, on the other hand, is a show that I feel is highly underrated. Mostly because, like, Gunslinger Girl 2 sort of kills all the hype that Gunslinger Girl 1 has. Gunslinger Girl sort of talks about, like, the way they use child soldiers and how that ends up sort of, messing with each of the child soldiers that they use. It's a very good series. I would probably need to rewatch it. If it's an adaptation, I'll probably read the manga. But yeah, Gunslinger Girl is very good. Cromartie High School, another show that's been on my plan to watch but I haven't gotten to. Boba 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 Boba. Again, it's a meme. I dare anyone to tell me they've seen all 76 episodes of Boba 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 Boba, because they're lying. No one's seen all 76 episodes of Boba 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 Boba. So if they come up to you and say that it's the best of that year, they're just lying to you. Same with anyone that tells you that F-Zero GP Legend is their favorite from this year, because no one watched 51 episodes of F-Zero. In terms of like what else came out this year, yeah, no. Shit. Tokyo Godfathers is also really good. Tokyo Godfathers is a very good Satoshi Kon film. It's just slightly below OG FMA for me. But Tokyo Godfathers is so good, man. Very good film. Everybody should get a chance to watch it. All right. We are now in 2004. Oh my god. How long has it been? Oh, we're actually going about this pretty fast considering. Paranoia Agent. If you have been in the anime community pre-2015, some pretentious loser has been shouting in your ear that you must watch Paranoia Agent. And I never got around to it. I assume it's good, but I just never got around to it. Standalone Complex second season, you'd only watch that if you were watching Standalone Complex. Everything else is not worth talking about. Except for, let me go to the bottom before I actually talk about the thing I want to talk about. Spoiler alert, might be very important later on. Yeah, no, nothing really of worth to talk about in terms of any other stuff, so I can get around to it. Futaro wa Precure, if you've ever wondered where the budget, haha, where all the good animators, all of like the focus and all of like all the weird filler stuff that happened with Dragon Ball Super and oftentimes with One Piece's anime is going, it's because Toei Animation has their cash cow. It's Precure. From the moment they made Futaro wa Precure, they cemented themselves alongside Kamen Rider and Super Sentai as being one of the highest like sold children's toys properties of all time. Futaro wa Precure is the magical girl equivalent of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. It is a transforming hero series that manages to take the magical girl genre and sort of make it in a similar vein to Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, where same sort of thing, it is under the same name. So for example, Kamen Rider this year, let me think. What is the Precure for this year? What is the current Precure? Is it Wonderful? Yeah, okay. So, this year, the Sentai series for this year is Bunbunjer. Famous you can't even spell plagiarist right! No, get in call now. Say that, get in call. Say that to my face. Anyway, right? So, the Super Sentai series for this year is Bunbunjer. The Kamen Rider series for this year is Kamen Rider... What am I like? Kamen Rider Gotchard. And for Precure, they'll have Wonderful Precure. It sort of continues in that same way where they all three franchises share a name, but then we'll have a different gimmick for each year. So like, for example, after Futaro wa Precure, we had Futaro wa Precure Max Heart, Futaro wa Precure Splash Star, Yes Precure 5 Go Go. Like, it would just keep going like that. So they managed to create a similar thing that I would be really stupid to not add Futaro wa Precure to that list, because it is such a massive fundamental part of where anime ends up going for that, for the future. Like, this fundamentally did change where things went. I just think Precure hasn't popped off the same way it has in the West, because again, like Kamen Rider and like Super Sentai, there wasn't like a lot of ways for the average person to get into it until very recently. 2004. Oh my god, it's Better Cowboy Bebop. Guys, look. It's Better Cowboy Bebop animated by a dead studio. That's crazy. You just memorize a lot of words. How did you memorize a lot of words if you don't know how to read? Got him. Tenjo Tenge, again, another ecchi series that no one watched. The Monster adaptation. I'll be honest with you, I am hesitant to watch Monster's adaptation because I read Monster, and Monster's very good. I'm just hesitant to watch it. I might one of these days, but I don't know. Koikaze, another show that's been on my planet. Is that Sergeant Frog? Is that Keroro Gunso? Let's go. Oh my god. Keroro Gunso is a very fun series. Very fun kids show. I have a lot of fun memories of watching this show on Netflix. There's 358 episodes. Why? Nobody's watching 358 episodes of that. It is very good though. Very fun show. Let me see. It's like Gen Alpha. They only see the first few letters and the last few, try their best in the middle when spelling. Just get smarter. Smile. Like, what are you talking about? What is that? Okay, dude. All right. Yeah, no, okay. I think aside from Shampoo and Monster, I don't really have anything else to say about Spring 2004. In terms of summer, okay. If you like Elfen Lied, you're just lying to me. If you like Elfen Lied, you're just lying to me. 1.5 million people, and how many of them like it? They're lying to you. You like Elfen Lied because because someone told you it was like an edgy, dark series to make you feel bad for this girl. But I turned it on, saw her kill 1,000 people, and then like it happened every episode with the edgiest thing possible could happen on screen, and I just zoned out. Why does Monster got so many episodes? Because the manga got that many chapters. Elfen Lied is extremely boring, and you're better off watching Elfen Lied Death compilation or reading the manga. If I'm being so honest with you. No. Gantz, I'm pretty sure there's a new adaptation. Oh my god, Girls Bravo. I'm glad they had the balls to name themselves the first season. Because they know they knew your goofy ass was gonna watch it anyway. Girls Bravo is another show that was put on Netflix. It's another horny series. I watched like a couple episodes and then turned it off. Aside from that, just a bunch of things no one has ever seen in their lives. Why lead if spelled because it's Elfen, like it's like a German pronunciation. You don't want to say it lied. You'd say Elfen Lied. It's one of those things where it's a German name, so it's Elfen Lied. Oh my god! So here's the thing, right? I was a Pokemon fan, right? I was very blatantly a Pokemon fan. When it came to like the war between Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and Digimon, I was very heavily on the side of Pokemon. But my relatives didn't know that, and they just got me Yu-Gi-Oh, the Pyramid of Light for my birthday for some reason. So my literal first introduction to ever really sitting down and watching anything Yu-Gi-Oh related was the Pyramid of Light movie. And like it's such a core memory because of, Sorcerer of Dark Magic is such a cool design. I didn't realize how much the card sucked in actual Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay. I wanted the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon so badly, and instead I got the Pyramid of Light card, and that card sucks. It can't even actually get rid of the God cards in game. But this movie has just a lot of fun stuff, right? I really liked the Pyramid of Light movie when I was watching it. You watch it now, it's pretty dumb, but, core memory nonetheless. Otherwise, sure, whatever. Bunch of things, like, bunch of other movies. I'll get to you. Oh, I'll get to you. I'll get to you, Noriyuki Abe's fanfiction. I'll get to you, man. Beck Mongolian Chop Squad is a show with a very fire opening that I have to watch. I started watching episode 1, but I never really got much into it. I liked what I did see, so I've been meaning to get back to it. School Rumble is a fun series. It used to be one of my favorite series of all time. School Rumble, again, was a show that I saw on Netflix. It was fun when I watched it. Small problem, I read the manga. The manga sort of just dies. The manga has a really bad ending, and they try to resolve it in School Rumble Z, like a sequel series that also doesn't resolve anything, and it sort of just falls off. So the material that's in School Rumble is still good, but I don't have the same sort of joy I feel watching it these days, you know? Rosen Maiden, another show everybody would talk about, but nobody talks about anymore. My Hime, another show that like I've been recommended to watch, but I haven't gone around to. Gundam Seed Destiny. Desert Punk, another show that was on Netflix I just never got around to watching. Genshiken, I really, really need to watch Genshiken. I've heard nothing but good things about Genshiken. Gankatsuo, another show that everyone recommends that you watch for a reason. And, of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I never really watched Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So, like, kind of behind on that one. Otherwise, Yakitade Japan. Another show that has been on my plan to watch that I just haven't gotten around to. Same with Tsukiyomi. Like, there's just a lot of, like, shows that have just fallen behind on popularity that everyone was sort of talking about. That always came up in discussion when you, like, in the early anime fandom. That, like, you just never see anyone talk about anymore. Let me see. Before I get to the one I actually want to talk about. Oh, God, Die Buster. Okay, so the thing about Die Buster is like, it's also in this very strange sort of, like, transitionary period between, like, during Gainax, where it's clearly moving more towards the more absurd stuff that like Gainax is going for. A lot more mecha back in like the 90s era of Gainax sits a lot more of like functional sort of like at least some level of mechanical groundedness. So Die Buster is their first sort of mecha they made where it starts leaning more heavily into Super Robot and being goofy and wacky. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it as much as Top Monorai 1. So Die Busters, I might just have to rewatch it when I'm less cynical. I don't know. Skelter Heaven's hilarious. Skelter Heaven's so bad, I feel like everyone should just watch it at least once to experience what true pain is. It's very funny. Re-Cutie Honey, another show that I need to watch. Been on my plan to watch list for years. Haven't gotten around to watching Re-Cutie Honey. You know, I've seen this going around. I've never actually sat down and watched it. I know because I've seen this poster before, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. How's Moving Castle? Okay. Kikeriki, wow, Callie, having a heavy heart is a heavy burden. It's a very underrated Ghibli film, especially in comparison to like the classics like Totoro and Kiki's Delivery Service and Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke. So Howl's Moving Castle is one of like the ones that's like a rung below in terms of popularity, but it is one of the better ones in my opinion. It's not gonna end up being my favorite of the year, if only because I'm a little biased. And this might be a bit foolish of me to say this, and it might get some raised eyebrows, but I swear to God, Maho Shoujo Lyrical Nanaha is a fever dream that everyone should watch once. If there's any, like, otaku-centric sort of series that sort of just like, you feel like Kiki is more underrated than Howl's? Not really. You see way more. I feel like that depends, though, Ina, on, like, the way it's sort of shifted. A lot of older millennial fans, I think that's why, like, they dominated the discussion. So that's why all of them talk about Kiki's Delivery Service. And I feel like as the younger generations get more focus, they start more talking about Howl's Moving Castle. In my experience, I've seen more Kiki's Delivery Service discussion than Howl's Moving Castle discussion. You'll see way more references to like Kiki's Delivery Service in media than you'll see of Howl's Moving Castle. Let me describe to you how batshit insane Maho Shoujo lyrical Nanaha is, right? The typical thing you'll see in every Maho Shoujo series is little girl who wants nothing but her friends and everything to be happy, finds a funny little tiny animal that talks and gives them the power to fight the creature, like the small creature, like the monster of the week sort of thing. And like that's usually how the majority of them are. They fight the monster of the week and you know, they go through their normal lives, whatever. Ina, I've seen the opposite. So where are we now? We're now in the opposite viewpoints. We're gonna argue about this. I've seen the reverse. I disagree with you. You disagree with me. I'm gonna beat you with a bat. Oh, I'm kidding. What was I saying? I think though, again, you're seeing more in Howl stuff now, like I said, because the generation has shifted and realized that they were wrong for thinking that Kiki was better. But Lyrical Nanaha ends up becoming this crazy ass story about how the magical girl powers are actually a skill used by the intergalactic defense force. Like magic is science in this world, and then there's like a crazy evil witch with a daughter that does her bidding, named Fate Testarossa, right? And like it ends up becoming like Doomed Yuri, where like Nanaha desperately wants to save Fate from her fate, ha ha ha. And like, I'll just show you this. Let me see if I can best describe Nanoha versus Fate. There's a meme. Okay, let me shut up. There's a meme amongst Nanaha fans where Nanaha does this thing called befriending. Now, usually in the Magical Girl series, they'd resolve this by like, you know, finding things out and then like making friends during the Splice of Life stuff. Nanoha will quote unquote befriend people by just Starlight Buster. I got to pause it every now and then so I don't get copyrighted. Okay. Simply like what are you supposed to do in this predicament, man? Shut up. What are you meant to do, right? She's gonna shoot her again! Starlight Breaker. Cutesy little attack, and it just shoots you with a Kamehameha. Like, what are you meant to do in this situation, man? What are you meant to do? Nanaha's wacky. Nanaha might be one of the craziest franchises in all of anime because it has just weird, like, I remember Digi made a video about it back in the day, and like the sort of roots it has, like, this is like, if you guys know Fate Khalid Liner Prisma Ilia, how like it's the Magical Girl spin-off of an already existing like visual novel franchise, that's what this is. Except like the visual novel franchise that it broke off from ended up not being popular, and then Nanaha ended up just being the norm. Like Nanaha back in the original series that this is from was just a character that was running around, and then they said, but what if Magical Girl? And then it ended up spawning its own lore, its own sort of cast that sometimes you'd see the characters from the original visual novel that they were from, but they just do not matter. And it ends up spawning this whole, like, multiversal epic about two lesbians, and it's the greatest shit ever. One thing that you'll notice, let me see. If you'll notice something about Nanaha's color scheme and design, let me see. Can you just give me an image, Jesus? No, I don't want. Let me show you. So like, open image in a new tab. All right, here we go. So like, that's not what I want either. Huh? There we go. So what do you guys notice? What do you guys notice about that color scheme? What do you guys notice about that? Like, she's just a Gundam. She's just a Gundam with pink put into the into the character model. So like, it. What ended up happening was the craziest sort of like, retrospective sort of thing that happens over the course of the series. Is that Nanaha progressively just becomes a Gundam. To the point where currently in the newest movies, right, for the series, they've abandoned all sort of like cutesy magic girl aspects, and now she's just a Gundam. Now forever, Nanaha is forever separated from the typical aspects of a magical girl, and now she's just a Gundam. To the point where like the transformations, like Nanaha is like new weapon. Nanaha, like not now the transformation sticks have like literal like shotgun reloading features. That's how wacky this show is. So I'm gonna do something sort of crazy. For the year 2004, I'm gonna do something like that might get me a lot of crazy hate. Because like, yeah, I could put like Howl's Moving Castle, or I could put like Elfin Lied or something, because everyone or Samurai Champloo, right? Or Monster. But I'll be a crazy asshole and say that my favorite of this year is Mahou Shoujo Lyrical Nanaha, because I've sort of been just fascinated by what it ended up becoming. But the show that ends up best encapsulating the trends that would continue for the rest of time, to be honest with you, in all of anime, and sort of like where a hint of where magical girls would go as a genre, it's Futari wa Precure. You think your funny little magical girl series like Madoka Magica is dark? Futari wa Precure was about them fighting nihilism before it was cool. The literal enemy of Futari wa Precure is a darkness that exists primordially. It is an enemy that is the embodiment of all darkness in the world, and it basically symbolizes that no matter how much they fight, no matter who they beat, there's just going to be evil, and eventually when they fall, the darkness won't. They're fighting a losing battle. To which Honoka and Nagisa, Cure Black and Cure White, just respond with, well then, until that happens, we will fight as hard as we can. Fighting against nihilism. Right? Futari wa Precure was doing that in a show that has since become a serialized thing that happens every single year since the year 2004. I am sorry. I'm putting Futari wa Precure as the one that best embodies the year, and Mahou Shoujo Lyrical Nanaha is the one that I think is the best of the year. Because both sort of, I feel, embody aspects that we have lost since then. We're going to have to go back a little bit. We're in 2005, and this is where KyoAni finally started adapting the key visual novels. Air was their first one. It is, from what I understand, the worst of the main three that they adapted. Haven't gotten around to it because I still need to watch Canon. Amagami-sama, a show that was very talked about back in the day, but no one talks about. Oh, Sensei Negima, another show that was discussed, but nobody really like talks about anymore. I've seen this one going around. People have discussed Peach Girl. It's on Crunchyroll, but I just haven't ever gotten around to watching because I just haven't had the motivation to do it. Girls Bravo has a second season, and for that, I think we're worse off. As you can see, Futari wa Precure Max Heart, the beginning of what we would see the franchise becoming as the years go by. And then otherwise, a bunch of other stuff that no one actually watched. Transformers Cybertron, relatively low considering. And then just a bunch of kids shows. Let me see. Bludgeoning Angel Dokuro-chan was a show that came out in an OVA that came out that year, and like, but the Count on VN was recently translated. Why not that, dude? I don't know. Are you talking about why I haven't gotten around to it, or are you asking why it was adapted first? Because if it's the latter, the answer is that Toei Animation got their hands on Count on first, and they adapted that, so they went with Air instead, and then they went back and retroactively rewatched Count on. But, like, I don't know. I'd rather watch the anime for a visual novel adaptation than actually, like, reading the visual novel first, because I feel like that would ruin my experience with the anime. Tenjo Tenge, Air... Yeah, no. Yeah, Toei. Yeah, okay. That's actually some nasty work. Hold on. The Toei Animation movie comes out February 5th, 2005. Right as KyoAni gets their hands on makes the better adaptation on January 7th, 2005. That's insane. That's actually some nasty work they're doing there. Okay, well, I'll get to you, Eureka 7. Honey and Clover, very good manga. From what I've seen, you're better off reading the manga than you are watching the anime. Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle, another show that's recommended, haven't seen. Ice Shield 21, do not ask a Japanese mangaka their thoughts on black people. Now, this is just a bit of a hot take. Don't let the haters know that I think this. Do not let the haters know I told you this. Both PewDiePie and the Anime Man have referenced Ichigo 100% as being one of their favorite manga and one of the greatest harem series of all time. When I tell you that the moment I understood that and then went and read Ichigo 100%, I never trusted a single thing they ever said again. Ichigo 100% is legitimately one of the worst things I've ever read. Everyone gives it credit over other harem series because, oh, actually, like, it was written by a female mangaka, so it's actually better than the other ones, even though it's nastier and has more fan service and has, like, some of the ugliest character designs and just some of the worst tropes it's like every single trope that you hate from a harem romance series is in Ichigo 100%. So to me, if you're the kind of person who hates Nisekoi, who hates Quince, who hates, like, any harem series in existence, and then you come back to me and you say that Ichigo 100% is your favorite and is your favorite of the harem series, I just don't trust you. I think you're just lying through your teeth. I think you watched every other harem series blind, covering your eyes like this. Because if you watched this and read the manga and you still willingly say that it's better than Nisekoi, Quince, or any other harem series, I'm sorry, like, psychiatric help. It is like every bad trope embodied, and you still think it's better. You're gonna criticize every other harem series for things that Ichigo 100% not only does, but does in massive amounts. No. No. That rating's too high. Aquarion, another show that I have been having in my plan to watch for years, haven't actually gone around to it. Let me continue the Balloon Star Defense music. Onigami Melody, blah, 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 blah. Zoids, more Zoids. How many more Zoids can we get? Oh, Jesus. The Shuffle prologue came out. Okay. Detective Conan, Futado by Precure Max Heart in the movie. Crayon Shin-chan. Tough guy, man. All right. Summer 2005. Okay. I could not even begin to describe to you what Shuffle is. I watched it all on Netflix, and I swear to God, I don't remember a single thing that happened in that show. I just know the opening's a banger. But, like, dude, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Second raid for Full Metal Panic. This is when KyoAni officially had their hands on it. I have to get on second raid. I've been meaning to watch it for years. On my Buddha, I'm not watching that ever. Pony Pony Dash, a show that you rarely see anybody talk about, especially considering that it's one of early Shaft's first shows. Otherwise, like, what am I looking at here? What am I looking at? I know I skipped over something, but I'm willingly skipping over it because I'm going to be talking about it at length. Dude, if you haven't seen Mars of Destruction, you need to watch that shit now. It's so bad. It's so bad. You need to watch it. Oh my god, it's the Magical Nazis and Final Fantasy Advent Children. Anyways. Okay, so Mushishi is a show that everyone who makes a 3x3 on my anime list suggests you watch. Especially if they're an anituber from the early 2010s. They'll tell you Mushishi is one of the greatest shows ever made. I just haven't gotten into it, but it's apparently one of the greatest Yashike series of all time. Hellgirl is a show that a friend recommended to me and I just never got around to. Same with Paradise Kiss. Wait, you didn't talk about Bleach? Like I said, I'll come back to it. Oh, wait, no, I never talked about Bleach. Ah, shit, you're right. Shit, you're right. Miyagata Yozoru no Hoshitachi no Hikari real quick. Hold on, let me see. What year was it? It was 2004, right? Okay. I did skip over it. So, the reason why I'm not going to put Bleach... I neglected to put talk about Bleach in 2004 is just because, like... I don't know if it best embodies the year it was from. But also, I have specific beef with Bleach's anime. The PR adaptation. Because of Noriyuki Abe's stupid little meddling, we ended up having the worst discourse surrounding Bleach because Noriyuki Abe really, really, really wanted to appeal to the Ichirukis. And that's damaged discourse surrounding Bleach decades after literal decades after the anime first came out. It has some of the worst filler in all of the big three. And I think it's the worst adaptation of the big three by such a wide margin. Like, it's iconic for a bunch of different reasons. Like, the way it adapts Reiatsu, the way it adapts the OST is one of the best, and it has the best openings of the big three. I just feel like there's a specific sort of, like, once you actually go back and look at what Bleach's anime did, that rubs me the wrong way. That I can't, like, in good faith, say that I like Bleach's original anime. There's just too much going on that I just, with Bleach's, like, the 2004 anime that I just can't work with. First stream I've attended. How are you? Bing Bong 99999. I'm doing pretty all right. Little tired, little eepy, little depressed. But that's just what happens when you have videos you want to work on, but not a lot of time to work on. I'll get to that after. I'll tell you guys about that after stream. Let me see. Black Cat. I think I've seen people talk about that, but I haven't actually got to. Art of the Animation is one of, like, the most famous Iyashike anime of all time. It is the one that everyone recommends that you watch. Like, no, everyone who ever talks about Iyashikei or Slice of Life will scream at you about Aria the Animation, or at least they used to, especially if they're one of those people who considers themselves very heavy on taste. I haven't gotten around to it, but I've been meaning to. I might one of these days. Akagi, another one that I've heard really good things about, just haven't gotten around to. Nanoha A's is goofy as all hell. Nanoha A's is where they completely abandon it being a magical girl show, and it ends up being just a battle series with magical girls. They are effectively human Gundams, and it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. It also has a fire opening. My Otome is another show that I've seen recommended, I haven't gotten around to. I'll go back to the top in a bit. Let me check what's at the bottom first before I even like discuss what's at the top. Okay, good, we're safe. So, Shakugan no Shana is interesting to me. Shakugan no Shana is a show that, like, everyone was aware of. If you knew anything about anime, you knew about Shakugan no Shana back in the day. Like, it is one of the most otaku-centric... Okay, have you guys seen this game called Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax? Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax is this fighting game that featured a lot of characters from the publication Dengeki Bunko, which is where you get stuff like Sword Art Online, Mahoka Koko no Retose, or regular Magic High School, Tawaru Majutsu no Index, or Tawaru Kagaku no Railgun, Ori Emo, Excel World, right? Just all this crazy light novel bullshit. And one of the biggest in Dengeki Bunko's stuff was Shakugan no Shana. Shakugan no Shana is one of the only series I've seen that has 3 seasons and is 6 for 6 in terms of fire anime openings. You will never see a show that has as many good has a strong streak of good openings like Shakugan no Shana has. A lot of Shakugan no Shana's openings blow out a lot of other shows. It is also a show that is undeniably a light novel adaptation. Let me show you a picture of this cast. Tell me when you look at this cast of characters that, like, none of them feel like they belong in the same verse. This is like, actually, wait, hold on. This is like a specific character art. Let me get, like, I just want a picture of the cast. Why can't you give me that? But, like, there's this feel you sort of get when you look at, like, a light novel adaptation, and you know that shit was a light novel, because when you look at the characters, it just looks like they threw a bunch of character designs in that kind of seems cool. Okay, here we go. Here's another example. Like, look at this, right? Like, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? From what I understand of Shakugan no Shana, from when I watched it, the idea is that, like, there are certain people called certain people in the world who aren't actually real. They're literally just NPCs that fill the world for people who actually have souls. And the main character is one of those NPCs that doesn't actually have a soul. Like, he isn't a real person. And Shana is, like, a person who's out there trying to, like, stop people from absorbing souls. And it just devolves into this crazy multiversal war. It's the most light novel adaptation of all time. And I feel like we've lost that energy going forward. I am never going to say Shakugan no Shana is one of the best anime ever made, but it is a show that best has the feel of that year. It's not the best, a feel of, like, where we were in terms of anime. But I wouldn't put it as the one that best embodies that year. I already know what I'm picking for both. For my favorite, you just gotta look to my right. Blood Plus is a like, for anyone who doesn't know about the Blood franchise, there's this franchise of series, like, called Blood that star a character named Saya, who is half either vampire or, in terms of Blood Plus, a chiropteran, which is just a blood-sucking creature. And because Saya is part human, she will have a sword that allows her to use her blood to kill the vampires or chiropterans, whatever it is in that verse at the moment. Blood Plus, I think, of between Blood the Last Vampire, Blood Sea, and Blood Plus, is the best of them. Blood Plus is very, very good. It has two of the greatest openings of all time. The best Overworld opening of all time. It's a show that every single day I've been meaning to get back to. It is highly underrated, especially because they took it off of all streaming services. It used to be on Netflix and they just took it off. Now you're going to be like hard-pressed to find it anywhere, but Blood Plus is so, so good. It's been one of my favorite anime for a long time. And that one about the anime about the vampire guy really was Dragon Ball. I think there is a guy. I think I know what you're talking about, but like, it's hard. It's a show that's extremely hard for me to describe unless you've actually seen it. But in terms of the best of that year, no, I'm sorry, the one that I think best embodies the year, I'd pick Eureka 7. If you're wondering why I'm calling it Eureka 7, a lot of times I'll just call the show whatever I feel best, like, sounds cooler, and also what I'm used to calling it. Because in the show they called her Eureka instead of Eureka, I'm so used to calling it Eureka 7. All I need to do to sell you on Eureka 7, right, is just do this. I'll just turn off. Oh, wait, I'll actually do this. So, surfboarding through the air. That's cool. That's cool. That's a cool little gimmick. Surfboarding through the air. It's kind of fire, kind of heat. Pretty cool. You know, do a little surfboarding through the air as you do. What if a robot did it too? Hold on, wait. Let me... What? When have you seen a mecha series where the robot... I'll just go turn off the music. Just watch this. Watch what this thing does. Come on. Come on now. We are in, like, I feel like an era for Studio Bones that we're never gonna see again. Eureka 7 is so good. Eureka 7, I think, definitely embodies an era we're never getting back from anime. I think, like, a 50-episode mecha series, again, a 50-episode anything nowadays is very rare. And it's iconic for a reason. It has one of the best flow openings of all time, and it's just embodies all sorts of things of that era. Again, it's a mecha series. It's a Bones mecha series from Bones that was fresh off of Sunrise. We're never getting this era back again, and I feel like Eureka 7's a perfect pick for the one that best embodies the year. So now, in Ina's video, I think there's a lot of newer anime YouTubers who discuss what the best year and best era in anime was. I think a lot of early AniTubers sort of agreed that it was the period from 2006 to, if we pushed it, 2011 was the greatest year in anime in terms of anime as we knew it before it became mainstream. I think 2006 to 2011 best embodies the elements of what many people would consider anime, and it had the most consistent sort of lineup of shows that best embodied the aspects of what many would consider anime. So, this is when we get things like Ergo Proxy, a show that I haven't actually seen but have been on my watch list. Fate Stay Night, the original Studio Dean adaptation, which again, even though I don't necessarily like, is still the reason why a lot of anime fans ended up finding out about Fate before FGO. Just a lot of L stuff. There's Futarawa Precure Splash Star, which is weird that the movie came out before the show did. Let's see. There's a Kinnikuman show for some reason. In terms of OVA. Hellsing Ultimate. This is when Hellsing Ultimate started coming out. The universally sort of agreed better adaptation of the Hellsing manga. I haven't actually seen it, but it is one of the most recommended series that you watch out there. And then just a bunch of, like, franchise films. Spring 2006. And this is, like, literally in this bunch, we have 5 of the most recognized and celebrated series that everyone talks about, even to this day with some of them. Ouran High School Host Club. Like, one of, if not the shoujo series that everyone talks about. You are not a shoujo fan if your goofy ass isn't singing the praises of Ouran High School Host Club. Everyone has seen Ouran High School Host Club, even people who aren't necessarily into shoujo. And when they do get into shoujo, the first thing they watch is usually Ouran High School Host Club. It's Ouran or it's Fruits Basket, and it's one of those two for a reason, for a good reason, because Ouran and Fruits Basket, I think, embody sort of the better aspects of, you know, that sort of demographic of shoujo romance series. It's also, like, one of the first, like, reverse harem series as well. Ouran is just so fucking good. I think, I'll be honest with you, it's a Bones adaptation, and it's, again, I keep saying this, Bones in their prime, fresh off of, like, splitting from Sunrise, before whatever happened with MHA, and Ouran, the way they adapt the first few chapters, and pretty much everything they adapt of the manga, utilizes the medium of anime just so well that I think I'd be lying if I said, like, you should just read the manga for Ouran. Ouran is a show that I highly recommend everybody watch, and I'm sad that they didn't cover the rest of the story. I wouldn't even, I'll be honest with you, Cheesecake, I don't want a remake. I do not want a remake from Ouran unless we get the original staff, because I feel like, again, it's a similar situation with Fruits Basket where there's a certain energy from those original adaptations that I think gets lost the moment it sort of gets modernized and the edges get shaved off. You know what I mean? There's a certain charm that Ouran has, especially with its opening, Kiss Kiss Fall in Love, that is just going to be lost forever when it gets readapted. Gintama. Gintama is one of the greatest battle shonen adaptations and one of the greatest battle shonen series for a reason. Everybody recommends it. It manages to both be a parody of every single thing anime is, especially in terms of Weekly Shonen Jump and Battle Shonen as a whole. But it ends up later on turning into a very good action series. But I feel like people who say that you got to stick it out are sort of lying through their teeth, because I'm pretty early on when watching through Gintama, and I'm already seeing where the story is going to end up changing early on. So I don't know. Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon's like with Cowboy Bebop, one of those anime that like someone who's not into anime will be like, well, this one's for all the Western fans. It's American, unlike the other ones. And it has one of the better dubs in all of anime. Black Lagoon is fun. I need to rewatch the first season before I go back and watch Black Lagoon, like, second season, because my memory of it is very, very faint. I think I watched it when I was in high school. I'll come back to you, Haruhi. Actually, I'll wait for Haruhi later. Nana is, again, another shoujo series. I think, like, for people who aren't into the typical romance aspects of Ouran and Fruits Basket, they'll recommend immediately after Nana, because Nana sort of feels more adult in terms of the way it goes about its story. And again, it's another iconic shoujo series. I'm personally not as big a fan of it as anyone else, mainly because I don't like the way it ended. I recognize that it's because of the way it ended that I don't mess with the anime as much, but whatever. Higurashi, my condolences. My condolences to all you for anyone who likes Higurashi. Triple X Holic is another show that was recommended to me. Same with Otawareru Mono that like I just haven't gotten a chance to get to. School Rumble second semester is an unfinished unfinished storytelling of School Rumble that I just, if you're a fan of School Rumble's anime, go watch it. Air Gear, it's a bad adaptation of the Air Gear manga. Don't even watch it. It's funny for the opening, but don't watch it. Witchblade was, this is a crazy ass, like, that's insane. Isn't this the one where he gets the powers of the Digimon and starts boxing with them? That's crazy. Arya the Natural, you know. So, did you notice that, like, around 2005-ish, that we went from 9 anime in a season to, like, however many this is? Like, this is ridiculous. This is insane. This is how many we get usually now, and even I think it sort of surpasses numbers we usually get. So much stuff, and like 90% of it's not that good. Flag, okay. Bloody Night, blah, 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 blah. OVA. Oh, wait, I forgot to turn on the music again. Come back. Detective Conan movie. Okay, it's the usual sort of stuff. I'll come back to you, Haruhi. I'll come back to you. Zero no Tsukaima is like... So like Ria Kugamiya is like a famous seiyuu who was like famous for playing lolly tsundere characters from JC staff shows. So it would be like she voices Louise Francois from Zero no Tsukaima. She voices the main character from Aria. She voices which one was it? Okay, hold on. Let me actually see again. She voices Shauna from Shakugan no Shauna, right? So Ria Kugamiya was really renowned or like known for like just voicing like colorful haired like lolly characters, especially in JC staff adaptations, right? Easily the worst of them is Zero no Tsukaima because like it's just take the tsundere trope and just make that her whole character. That's it, really. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. I know the openings are fun, but the show's just so bad. It's so bad. Don't even bother with it. Can't say the same about Welcome to the NHK. Welcome to the NHK is a very good psychological study into like NEETs, hikikomoris, and like the depression that sort of comes with that, right? It's a very good series. Welcome to the NHK. Raise your hands if you've seen Powerpuff Girls Z. Raise your hands if your ass is watching 52 episodes of Powerpuff Girls Z. I'll wait in chat. Save me, lolly. What the hell? This is one of like the major Mamoru Hosoda films. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. And it is one of the lesser ones, but it's still very good. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time is a very good film. I have the Blu-ray for it, but it's like a region-locked one because I'm stupid. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time is very good. Tales from Earthsea. You know what? This might be the most underrated Ghibli film, probably because I heard it sucks. And fall 2006. Okay. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends really like Death Note. and really like Code Geass. Wow. 2 suspenseful thrillers about 2 of the smartest characters in anime. Wow. So iconic. So good. I used to be one of those people who rode super hard for Code Geass and said Code Geass was definitively better than Death Note. Code Geass, I had it at a 9. It was one of my favorite shows ever. It was so... I used to have a giant wall scroll of Code Geass R2. I went and rewatched it, like, 2 years ago. I cannot take Code Geass seriously. Code Geass is, like, this show that, like, I just can't take seriously for the sole reason that, like, it wants me to it's doing Mobile Suit Gundam, but, like, if every now and then the terrorist just went to school and, like, he's so unbelievably, like, there's this genre of, like, smart anime character written by someone who's really stupid. Like, he almost gets outed because he lets a cat wear, like, a cat gets a hold of his terrorist helmet. And it's, like, played for laughs, and I'm like, this is, like, tied to, like, your whole character. Your entire being is related to you being Zero. The entire narrative crux of this story is you being related to Zero. And literally, like, the helmet gets, like, taken by a cat. Last episode, he was shooting down citizens. Like, I know there's stuff like, oh, it's the scene where Lelouch tells Yuffie, hey, it'd be kind of silly, kind of goofy, kind of funny if you told the Japanese to die, right? If you kill all the Japanese, wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be silly, goofy? Hey, where are you going? I know thematically it's supposed to be like dramatic irony, but like, I don't care who you are. I've never come out of that entire episode not laughing my ass off. It's one of the funniest episodes of all of anime. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. And like, you can only really get behind Code Geass if you really, really fuck with the themes of it. Because actually thinking for more than 5 seconds of anything that happens in Code Geass comes off as someone's attempted, like, what would a smart person do? Hey, Zero is getting out, like, is being banished from the country. So how do we get all the Japanese out? We're all Zero. All of us are. Now you gotta like send out all of. Now you gotta like exile all of us. Literally all of us. Really? Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now, bro? Along with like every single chess scene, just like if any chess fan looks at a chess scene from Code Geass, looks at that and they're like, "Wow, this is like the dumbest thing I've ever." This is like the whoever wrote this story does not know anything about chess. Contrast that with Death Note, a story that I've never liked. I've never liked Death Note for the same reason. I remember talking to someone and they were like, "Did you ever realize that like Light's entire plan for the I'll take a potato chip scene and eat it, his entire plan for that is predicated off simply the off chance that his sister just didn't feel like having that flavor of chips that day. Like, if she just felt like eating barbecue, she'd be like, "Hey, bro, why is there a TV in my chip bag?" It's like, you start watching these shows and like the only reason any of it makes sense is like for the same reason like a Sherlock fan finds it intelligent. I just can't get behind it because it's one of those shows that relies on you thinking that the characters are geniuses, and then you actually think for 5 seconds and you're like, whatever. I think of the two, I find Code Geass to be the better of the two, but I just do not like either of these, and I've never liked Death Note. Again, Black Lagoon. I have to get round to. I'm just gonna read the manga for Hitman Reborn. Kenichi is a very fun series. I love the manga. The show is very good too. I think of the representations of martial arts in a show, Kenichi does a good job of keeping it sort of like in line with what each of the martial arts represents, while also sort of like making it like believable. That's fantastical. The animation is a bit off in Kenichi's anime, but I feel like it's still worth watching. The manga does abruptly end, but I feel like what it has is still worth watching and reading. Kanon 2006, when Key finally managed to adapt, get their hands, Kyoto Animation finally got their hands on this and really started like making the Key trilogy like a part of their bag. Ghost Hunt is a show that was on Netflix, and I never really like paid more attention to it. Otherwise, Bartender, I think it finally got its readaptation. I haven't seen the new one because I haven't seen the old one. But yeah. And in terms of movies and OVAs, aside from Paprika, you know, another Satoshi Kon classic that I need to watch, I just, you know, haven't really gotten a chance to really get into it, you know? Haven't gotten a chance to watch it. So I'll spoil things for you guys. My favorite of the year is Ouran High School Host Club. It is undeniably my favorite of that year. Ouran High School Host Club represents a lot of things about anime. You're noticing a lot of Bones anime coming in here, because Bones used to rule the world with Madhouse and KyoAni back in the day. Bones used to create nothing but banger after banger until like the tail end of the Bones era. They were just creating nothing but bangers. But the anime I feel embodies 2006 more than any other is The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya is like where KyoAni really gets their stride. KyoAni starts becoming KyoAni as we know it today because of The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Like, I think it's apparent of the KyoAni like sort of eye shape. Again, it's not all the same art style, but it is a sort of recognizable sort of deal when you see a KyoAni show. Haruhi Suzumiya is interesting because it's extremely metatextual. It really draws from a lot of otaku culture that was surrounding it back in the day. It does all the tropes of like the Esper, the alien, and the time traveler. It's the fact that it's all these characters like having to deal with a god who doesn't know that she's a god and having to stop her from destroying the world. It's that every single episode references some aspect of otaku culture, be it Ultraman, be it Kamen Rider, be it other battles shown in there coming around the same time, or just light novel tropes. Haruhi Suzumiya is like, you want to know what was going on in the era, you watch Haruhi Suzumiya. Oh, we're still on the spooky music, hold on. Let's go back to the fun. Let's go back to the fun. So I think The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Melancholy is the best anime that like embodies 2006. Now, I think from what I've seen discussed surrounding 2007, people like debate 2007 or 2011 as being the best year in anime. I think there's a reason for that. 2007 has, like right off the bat, it has Naruto Shippuden. Naruto Shippuden started airing in 2007, right? Hinamari Sketch, very fun, a very like enjoyable show, but I feel like you got to be sort of like old man moded to enjoy it. Nodame Cantabile, from what I understand, one of the best music anime adaptations of all time. Why are there like so much of this major series? Yes, Precure 5, another Precure season. Let me see. Movies. Oh God, 5 centimeters per second came out this year. Never mind. 2007's in the dirt. Look, I'm not gonna pretend we know the answer for this. I'm just gonna like let this like really linger for a second here, and just let y'all wonder what you think I'm gonna put there. But you see, Darker Than Black. I am surprised that no one talks about Darker Than Black anymore. Darker Than Black used to be the show that every anime YouTuber ever would talk about, really discuss, and like no one talks about Darker Than Black anymore. Darker Than Black used to be everywhere. It has a freaking Abingdon Boys School opening, like it's just, it used to be talked about by everyone, and it's just fallen to the wayside, which I think is insane. Same with Claymore. I used to see everyone talk about Claymore. It's also like the biggest counter argument whenever someone says that like shonen series don't have strong female characters. You just bring up Claymore. You know, Lovely Complex is a romance series I've seen people discuss. I just haven't gotten a chance to really watch it. Kaze no Stigma is a show that I watched when it was on Netflix, and I enjoyed it a lot. I don't think it's as good as I remember it being, but it was very enjoyable when I did watch it. I would read the manga, but the manga just like I think the mangaka died, so it got canceled. So like I just never felt the need to do it. Hayato the Combat Butler is also a thing that was here that was discussed a lot, but nobody talked about it anymore. Seto no Hanayome is one of the funniest series ever created. It's just so goofy, so wacky, has a very fun opening, and is not discussed nearly as much as I feel like it deserves to be. Afro Samurai, of course, right? Seinen no Moribito is a very underrated series. It's not on any streaming platforms, even though it's that good. It is just that good. Seinen no Moribito is a show that I feel like if you want a strong female character, if you want a different art style like that just you won't see in most series nowadays, you should watch Seinen no Moribito. Bokurano is another mecha series that everybody recommends. I haven't gone around to watching it. Romeo x Juliet was a show that I saw being pushed around. Den-O Coil. Hold on, give me a second. It all started when these random cards started raining down everywhere. My whole world changed when all of a sudden these random cards started raining down everywhere. At first it seemed harmless enough, so a bunch of us kids went together and made a cool new game. That's when we realized these cards aren't so harmless after all. They were packed with incredible creatures from another world. My name is Dan, and together with my friends Runo, Marucho, Julie, not to mention Mr. Hotshot himself, Shun, and Alice, we are the Bakugan Battle Brawlers. What are you gonna do? The odds are stacked against you. Back against the wall. Gotta give it your This is the final stand. The power's in your hand. Two worlds collide on the inside. You gotta fight for what's right before it's gone. This is Bakugan. Bakugan's so stupid. I think it's up there. I think it's like someone looked at the popularity that Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and Digimon were getting and said, dude, and Beyblade, and said, what if we did all of it? What if we just did all of it? And it's beautiful. It has one of the greatest openings of all time. Like, the toys of Bakugan are so cool for a reason. And like, it's just so wacky. The main character becomes God 7 different times. It's so good. It's so goofy. It's so wacky. I feel like it's one of the greatest of all time. I'm kidding. This show's so fucking bad. But it's so fun. Oh my god, Lyrical Nanaha Strikers. They've officially just entered Space Cop territory. 2007's wacky, man. Look at all this goofy shit. Let me see. Scroll down. Shakugan to Shauna the movie. Nobody watched that. Kino no Tabi movie. Okay. What? Anyway, summer 2007. Oh my god. Yo, Bakuno? Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei? Mononoke? We'll get to you. Devil May Cry anime. Insane. Like, it's insane the amount of stuff that was coming out in 2007. The amount of stuff that just, like, was good, or, like, the amount of variety of stuff that is inherently anime, inherently otaku-based stuff. What the fuck? Dude. Say, Drake. I heard you like him, yo. That's crazy. That's insane. Oh my god, Ava 1.0 came out in 2007, and Sword of the Stranger, and Genius Party. Like, there's some crazy stuff that was coming out in 2007. Pookie! Including School Days, Peak Fiction, Zenith of the Medium, one of the greatest of all time, changed my life, saved my life, fixed my hairline, did my taxes. School Days is one of the funniest series of all time. Anyone could tell you that show's bad, but School Days is so funny that, like, I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice by not watching it. School Days did so much for the anime culture that, like, I feel like not having watched it is just wasting your own time. It's so goofy, so wacky that, like, you should just watch it. Because you know the episode everyone references, the final episode that got cut off of TV that they had to replace with Nice Boat? When I tell you the jump from the episode before that to the final episode is diabolical. Like, it's an experience. It's an experience you're never going to get with anything else. You should just watch School Days. Oh, of course. Oh, my God. Okay, so we have Clannad, of course, the best of the key adaptations from KyoAni. To be honest with you, I would have it as the best, but, like, come on. We know it's going to be the best. And, like, Clannad is not renowned because of Clannad. It's renowned for After Story. So, like, we'll get to when we get to After Story, we'll take the crown. But we also have Kaiji, another show that's become iconic. Apatow Memories, a show that everyone used to talk about that nobody does anymore. Mobile Suit Gundam 00, like another Gundam series that with openings that I recognize a lot. Myself, Yourself, another show that was talked about but nobody talks about anymore. Shugo Kara. Shugo Kara is a show that I think is like a lot of people's like Maho Shoujo like reckoning. If Kage was here, she would tell me to watch Shugo Kara this instant. Because she's been telling me to get into it. I've been meaning to get into it. Okay. Psst. I see dead people. Man, like, who watched this? Who watched this show? Like, on purpose? People watch this show on purpose? Find your friends right now. Ask them if they recognize this show and if they've seen it. If they've seen it, find new friends. Genshiken Season 2. I can't believe 2007 could have been the best, but then they had Gotomo no Jikan. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. Chainsaw Maid came out. Never mind. We're so back. We're so back. We're so back. Chainsaw Maid came out in 2007. We're so back. Aside from that, oh my god, the first Karo no Kyokai movie came out in 2007. Oh, we're so back. Oh yeah. Okay. So I don't think I need to say it, I feel as though I'd be stupid to say any other show is like the best of the year and the most iconic of the year, but like it's Gurren Lagann. It's Gurren Lagann for both. Like I'd be stupid to put anything else other than Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann as both my favorite and the one that best embodies 2007, because Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is the show that created this, is that solidified the style that would eventually become Hiroyuki Imaishi's Studio Trigger. Every single Studio Trigger show, because of the way Imaishi directed Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, ended up like following that sort of vibe in some way, shape, or form. It is like the last really big, popular, original mecha series, like if that's discussed publicly. Like it's not like a lot of mecha fans will get mad at me for that, but like in terms of like in pop culture, in the anime space, when you hear someone discuss a mecha series, the last one that they'll really discuss with you is Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. But Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann takes a lot from other stuff. It's more Ashita no Joe than it is anything else. It takes from Getter Robo. It takes from Mobile Suit Gundam. It sort of responds to themes from Neon Genesis Evangelion. There's a lot that Gurren Lagann does that is just the Gainax spirit that we are never getting back again. It used to be my favorite anime of all time. It kind of trades off with my number one every now and then when I'm feeling lesser about my number one. But Gurren Lagann is a show that I've watched 15 times. It hits different every time. I've memorized entire lines from it. Like, look. Impossible. Where are you drawing all this power from? We evolve beyond the person we were a minute before. Little by little, we advance a bit further with each turn. That's how a drill works. That's the path that leads to humanity's extinction. How can you not see the limitations of the pathetic limitations of the spiral race? No, that's your limitation. You sit here locking away other life forms like some kind of king. That's nobody's limitation but your own. He's right. We humans used to have somebody much greater than us. For his sake alone, we'll keep on moving forward. I've staked everything on the greatest of the human spirit too. Mark my words. This drill will open a hole in the universe, and that hole will be a path for those behind us, the dreams of those who have fallen, the hopes of those who will follow. Those two sets of dreams weave together to form a double helix, drilling a path towards tomorrow. And that's Tengen Toppa. That's Gurren Lagann. My drill is the drill that creates the heavens! Yeah, I think I'm a little obsessed with it, little crazy with it, but Gurren Lagann is one of the greatest shows of all time for a reason. There is a reason that even to this day, what is it? 2024, that's like, okay, that's 17 years since the show came out. 17, I don't know, whatever it is. We'll say 15. 15 years since Gurren Lagann came out, it remains relevant to this day. It has as many fans as it does to this day. Gurren Lagann is one of the greatest shows of all time. Now, 2008, I think, is another very good season. Spice and Wolf came out, a show entirely just about economics. It is literally just an economics class with a wolf girl, and it's fire. It's peak fiction. Rosario Vampire's anime adaptation came out, and aside from the openings, there's not really a reason for you to watch it. You're better off just reading it. RA the Origination, the second season of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Rin Daughters of Nemosine is kind of like, it's gore. It's torture porn. Like, no. A Persona adaptation is crazy. Gunslinger Girl 2, a show that nobody watched because it's kind of bad. It's a bad sequel to a very good show, and I think that's why Gunslinger Girl sort of fell off. It also was adapted by an entirely different studio than Madhouse, so it kind of explains why it fell off. Hellsing Ultimate's still coming out. Karo no Kyokai. It's just a bunch of franchise movies. So then we go to spring 2008. Oh God, hello man. Hey, how you doing, man? You doing good? You all right? You good there? That's crazy. That's insane. You know what's funny about To Love Ru? So To Love Ru is a show where the mangaka. I'm the house like carpet. Shut up. To Love Ru is a manga where the mangaka based the main girl, the blue-haired girl here, the most boring one, off his wife. And then his wife divorced him. And then progressively through every season, she just disappears. Like even though she's like the main motivation behind the main character's entire goal, like she just disappears because she was based off his ex-wife. It's kind of insane. To Love Ru sucks. I read like 20 chapters before I just dropped it. It's not worth it. Soul Eater is a very, very good adaptation for all the canon stuff it did adapt for Soul Eater. I feel like the non-canon stuff's a little but what it did adapt was very, very good. 2 of the greatest openings of all time, 4 of the greatest EDs of all time. Again, iconic ass series. Broken Ronin and Creams can lick my balls. Like, it's kind of insane. Vampire... Where's Ina? Someone get Ina over here. Someone get Ina back. We need to talk about something. Ina. Where's 2008?
You have to watch it. 2008. I have to give this year to Soul Eater. It was no actors in for each other. So haunting, but I can't just give it to Soul Eater. I also have to talk about another show because this show is also great for anime. Spice and Wolf, Clannad, Toradora, Black Butler. But I also have to mention that Vampire Knight had a really big impact on me.
Ina. Oh, Ina. Vampire Knights. Oh. I Anyway. Vampire Knight is a show I refuse to watch. I watched like one episode and I got, of course, Freaky Cheesecake would support, but anyway. Nabarino O is a, what is this? A seinen? No, it's a shonen. Nabarino O is a show with a fire ass opening, and that's really all you need to talk about because Nabarino O is kind of bad, kind of mid, kind of It could be better. Macross Frontier came out. I need to watch Macross Frontier. I need to watch all of Macross anyway. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds came out in 2008. Again, card games on motorcycles. Is that Zettai Kaden Children? Insane. Scroll down. If you have not seen Sumiki no Ie, you should. It's a very short film, but like it's so good. Sumiki no Ie is so good that I feel like everyone should just watch it. It's only 12 minutes, but it's just a beautiful ass film. Natsume Yujincho came out. I've heard a lot about Natsume. It's another Iyashike series. Very good. Sekirei, it's another fucking harem ecchi series. It's boring. And it's only there for naked women. You guys like naked women? You could just look up images for free, man. Bird of the Mighty is a show that I saw on Netflix. I wanted to watch, but I never got around to doing it. Strike Witches, again. You guys like naked women? It's lollies this time. You guys like that? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. You like Ikitosen? You guys like naked women? Does that do it for you? Is that like... Slayers Revolution! I heard the good things about that one. No, the second season of Hinamari Sketch. Hinamari Sketches, again, it's entertaining. I wouldn't say it's anything, like, great. But it is a vibe. Good vibe. Even though G-Con, I've heard good things about, decent things. Same with Zammed Lost Memories. I just haven't got around to it. Detroit Metal City is a show I've heard a lot of good things about. Haven't gotten a chance to get to. Ponyo. Okay. So I'll be so honest with you. I don't really like Ponyo. I thought Ponyo was boring. I thought Ponyo was very boring when I watched it. And that sort of still holds true. I don't like it. I feel like if I went and watched it with other people, I'd enjoy it more, but I just didn't find it that entertaining. Okay. Banger after banger here. We have Black Butler. Why'd I say banger after banger and they said Black Butler? Why'd I lie like that? Black Butler, the Fujoshi special. Every Fujoshi in the universe loves Black Butler. Index. The anime adaptation of Index that sort of like ruined the perception of Index for people, but also popularized it for a lot of anime fans. The bad adaptation of Chaos Head. Skip Beat I've heard good things about. Why did I say banger after banger while I'm also roasting what happened? Oh yeah, because Casher Sins is here. F-Tilla Memories. You know, just a lot of like... I think it was basically based off of the first two, because Toradora and Clan After Story is at the top. I think that sort of like blinded me for a second. Toradora is one of the greatest romance series of all time. I think it's remained influential to this day for a reason. A lot of people like it and talk about it still to this day for a reason. Same with Clan After Story. A legitimate, like, one of the greatest of all time. I bought a poster for it. It was one of my favorite anime of all time. Clan After Story does things to where it's like, after watching it, it leaves you feeling empty. I'm playing the visual novel for the sole purpose of getting to it, but why is it not on any streaming services? That's annoying. Cheesecake, we're gonna let you live only because, like, you know, I know you're trying to piss me off, but it's like, okay, whatever, man. What the no. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. None of that. None of that. And then, yeah. Okay, so, let's see. So I think I know what I'm doing here. I feel like in terms of the anime that best embodies this year, I know what I'm going for. I think I'm going with Soul Eater. Again, Soul Eater is the kind of battle shonen adaptation from a Prime Bones. Probably the last really good thing Bones, aside from FMAB. Spoiler alert for one I'm going to put for best of the year and best embodies that year for 2009. But Soul Eater is the show that best embodies it because it's an era of Bones that we're never getting again. It is a series. It is like entirely the reason why people are begging for either a second season or a remake for certain series, right? Soul Eater is an iconic battle shonen adaptation. But, like, I'd just be lying if I didn't say that Clan After Story didn't change my life, right? Clan After Story ruined me for years. I was sobbing like a baby for the entire length of Clan After Story. It is one of my favorite anime of all time. It has one of my favorite openings of all time. It is just that good. I'm looking at the time right now. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna go to 2011 and then just end stream, because I feel that feels like a good place to end it, because 2011 is like the last of a big era. 2009 is a very interesting year, right? Again, the new season of Hajime no Ippo came out. You said 2008 took 50 minutes for the video. It's because I'm taking my time to really just go through here. I noticed Soul Eater's coming back in the spotlight again as more people read the manga. It's also just because Fire Force has also kept Soul Eater sort of relevant, and I feel like because the anniversary is coming up, there's going to be an anniversary project. We're all hoping it's a readaptation, but I kind of don't want there to be a readaptation only because like I'm worried about what studio is going to get it. Chrome Shelled Regios is a show I've seen around, but I haven't heard anything really about. The first White Album season, ain't nobody fucking watched White Album season 1. Oh, oh, it's the Anime Club special. Oh, it's the Fujoshi special. What if we made Nazi era Germany, Japan, and Italy? What if we made them cute anime boys? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Oh, God, dude. You know, my first question is, every time I talk to somebody, I'm like, did you watch Hetalia Axis Powers? That's how I gauge what kind of anime fan they were. Because if they said yes, I know exactly what kind of anime fan they are. You are never gonna get a better quick litmus test if they're an anime boomer or a new anime fan than just by asking if they've seen Hetalia Axis Powers. Because if they say yes, they're an anime boomer. They watched all this other, like, otaku shit, right? If they've seen Hetalia Axis Powers. If they haven't, they started watching anime when JJK came out. That's all I'm saying. It's the cleanest, easiest test of all time. Also, do not watch Hetalia Axis Powers unless someone pays you to watch it. Don't do it. After Samurai Resurrection, Precure All Stars DX, their first like superhero Tyson, that's crazy. 2009's kind of crazy. Hold up. Oh. Whoa, wait, no, wait, what? FMAB, K-On, Eden of the East, Haruhi Suzumiya Season 2, Dragon Ball Kai, Sengoku Basara. This is insane. In the same season is crazy. Oh my, I'm so mad that K-On got picked up by racists, dog. Because K-On's so good. K-On is the proto Bocchi the Rock, and it's as good as it is for a reason, right? K-On is just that show. It's so good. But it's sitting next to one of the greatest of all time. The former Mao #1. That reigned supreme until Frieren toppled it. For a reason. FMAB is just that good. I'll see what else came out this year, but I almost feel like I'm gonna be putting FMAB in both categories again. I love that it's Mal's number 2 now because it shows like it's a clean shift in the anime fandom. Get away! Go away, dog! Let it die, man! Oh, bro! Go away! Go away! Okay, nothing in terms of movies except for the Eureka 7 movie, which was bad. Yo! Bro, that's crazy. Bro, that's crazy. Hold up. That's so crazy. Hold up. Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Hey, I noticed you were stalking children at the public park. Is it safe to assume that you're a fan of Monogatari series? Is it safe to assume you're a fan of Monogatari series? Dude, like, come on. Dude, come on. Dude, come on. Don't be so for real. Be so for real right now, man. Like, okay, as much as I like Monogatari, right? Like, man, sometimes it gets real hard to proclaim that I'm a fan of it. It gets real hard to just admit that, considering the way the fan base is. Baki Monogatari is good, though. I need to go back and watch all of Monogatari again. But yeah. Tokyo Magnitude 8.0, I've heard a lot of good things about. It's a Bones anime again. Kanon, Umineko. I'm just trying to help her find her house. Dude. Yo. This guy. Officer. This one right here. Needless is a show that no one should watch, but, like, you should watch the opening for. Needless's opening is fire. One of the best of all time. A lot of this is whatever. Let it go, man. Let it go. Ava 2.0 came out, and Summer Wars, and Redline. Oh my god. 2009 is crazy. We were in a fucking, like golden era. Jesus. And Senko Roll. Like, we were eating good. 2.0 is not that good, though, but 2.0 is, like, iconic for a reason. Why did it take me there? Get me out. Summer Wars is very good. Redline again. That. Someone told Johnny Star we got to his favorite anime. Someone told Johnny Star we got to a show that's better than My Hero Academia. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Fairy Tail's anime sucks ass. But it is a manga that's better than My Hero Academia. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Fairy Tail is better than My Hero Academia. The manga, by the way. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh my god, Railgun came out in 2009 too? Railgun? Oh my god. Kimi ni Toroke? Yo. One of the greatest shoujo romances of all time. I think it is the greatest shoujo romance of all time. Kimi ni Toroke is peak fiction. It's peak. What can I say about Kimi ni Toroke aside from its peak? Sora no Toshimono is a anime that everyone should watch, if only for the sheer batshit insane qualities of it. It's just, like, how do I explain Sora no Toshimono other than just watching it? Favorite anime, 2009 Fairy Tail. Best of Baddies 2009 Fairy Tail. Let's go. Fairy, where you going? Hikari. I'm kidding. No, I'm not fucking doing that. Fairy Tail's anime sucks. Inuyasha Final Act, where he gets another sword that doesn't do shit. Aoi Bungaku series, the adaptation. Why did I just get DM? Shugo Kara Party, like a lot of just other stuff. 2009 was in. Get away! Go away! Higashi Ibara no. Oh, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, right, chat? The thing is, I thought I was gonna find one. It turns out I didn't, because it turns out that, again, what can I say? What can I say that hasn't already been said? As FMA is overrated because it is just that good. I'm sorry. FMA is just that good. What can I say? What can I say? It's another example of the type of shit. You're never going to find a series that reboots something and is in contention with its original adaptation like FMA and FMAB. It's that harshly discussed for a reason. It's sort of insane that FMA and FMAB are like in close enough to each other in quality like they are. You're just never gonna see that. I'll be honest with you, with a lot of anime readaptation, you're just never gonna see that sort of like closeness of quality between the two. Now 2010, oh my god. Actually, wait, hold on. Sage Rank, I heard you like him young. We got Durarara. We had Baka to Test. Baka and Test is so good. Baka and Test is like, what if the school system had Digimon and the classes like had wars with each other, and that's how your grades were determined. It's such an entertaining series with 2 fire-ass openings. Katana Gatari is a show that I've been meaning to watch for years, but I've heard nothing but positive things about it. Sora no Woto is another show that's just like regarded by a lot of people as A1 Pictures' best anime, and it's another like Iyashi K series. Again, good shit overall. Oh! Am I about to put... Heartcatch Precure is one of my... I know it's like a stereotype for a new Precure fan's favorite Precure series to be Heartcatch Precure, but it's not my fault that Heartcatch Precure is just that good. Heartcatch Precure has a very fun design philosophy. It's character design. I think the director was the director of Ojamajo Doremi. Like, it just has this look, this feel that just is not replicated by a lot of Precure series until Tropical Rouge, and it's just that good. It has 2 of the dumbest people in the universe as the 2 main characters, and they're great. I love them. Cure Moonlight's one of the coolest designs of... Look at this. Okay, let me show you this character. Look at this character design, man. Look at this design. Look. Like, come on. It's peak! It's peak! Like, come on, man. Heartcatch Peak, you're so good. Another Hidamari sketch season that I haven't actually gotten around to. Let it die, dog. Let it die. Holy shit. Let it go, man. It's over. Oh my god. Go away. Chicken Papa. To Lover OVA. Let it go, dog. That's just Blue Mitsuru. Never insult Kiryu. Never like insult either one by saying both of them are the same character, because they're both different. They're both beautiful in their own ways. Leave them alone. So like that's crazy. Sorry, I was just talking all that shit about Heartcatch Precure, and unfortunately, I will have to put the Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya in this spot, unless. Oh wait, no, wait, that's a lie. That's a goddamn lie, because I know it's about to replace it. I was lying through my teeth. Wait, is that Bonds Beyond Time? Yo, Bonds Beyond Time and the UBW movie and the Nanaha movie first. What we were like, man, oh man. We were eating good. Bro. Angel Beats. Wait, no, this season's kind of crazy. Angel Beats, Kaicho wa Maid-sama, K-On! Season 2, Tatami Galaxy, Working came out that year, and B got a HK, and Rainbow, and Arakawa Under the Bridge. What was happening, man? Bakugan Nuva Stroya! Yeah, wait, no, this is kind of insane, actually. This season's kind of crazy with it. Spring 2010 was on some shit. Go away, let it go, dog. Gintama Movie 1, Trigun Badlands Rumble. Like, come on, man. Unfortunately, Kiss Exis also did come out because we just couldn't get enough of incest. We really, really needed, apparently, to see this guy want to fuck his sisters, right? Like, that's just what was necessary, apparently. That was what was needed in this universe, you know? Like, come on. Let it go, man. Let it go. Demon King Daimo is a show that I showed someone the opening, and it was incomprehensible. But Demon King Daimo is very strange. Apparently, in the light novel, he turns into a tier 0 character who's omniscient and omniversal. So, like, that's cool. I don't know what that means because the show's wacky and goofy. But between Angel Beats, Kaicho wa Maid-sama, and K-On! Season 2, we have 3 very good series that I sort of like... I have to see what comes out in summer 2010 and fall 2010 because K-On! We'll just do this, Brent. Fuck you. There we go. K-On! Season 2, obviously, is one of my favorite anime of all time. It's so good. But Angel Beats is, like, such a strange phenomenon because, like, on every level, from what I understand of Angel Beats, like, production cycle, they were meaning to, like, give it 24 episodes, and then they cut the episode length in half. And so they had to work around that sort of thing. It was an original story made by the writer of Clan Ad, of Air, of Kenon, of Little Busters. So it just has all these elements that just... It could have been great, but because it got its episode length cut in half, it was kind of like mauled. Kaicho wa Maid-sama is also a very, very good shoujo series. I love Kaicho wa Maid-sama. Like... It's just fun overall. Go ahead and watch it if you get the chance. And read the manga. Oh my god. Is that... Yo, look at this crazy ass lineup. We have High School of the Dead. One of the hardest ecchi series of all time. One of the only ecchi series worth existing. We have Shiki, which I've heard things about. Not good. Black Butler 2, which I heard was the biggest jobate of all time. Serekai Yakuindomo, one of the funniest anime of all time. It has a lot of, like, or at least from what I remember, it's a very funny series, and it's the last Go-Ahead show that doesn't look like garbage. Amagami SS, which is one of the wackiest visual novel adaptations of all time. Rarely will you ever see a visual novel adaptation attempt to adapt every single route in the visual novel in one season. It's absolutely ridiculous, and you should give it a chance. Watch. Legend of the Legendary Heroes is way better than it has any right to be. I watched it when I was on Netflix in high school, and it was just like... It was very, very interesting. Okami-san and Her 7 Companions is a show I've been waiting for, like, years for a second season. It's never gonna get one. It was a very entertaining series. The main girl is also very fun. Okay. You guys like naked women? Do you guys like naked women? Wow. Say Drake. I heard you like him young. Like, what are you doing here, man? Say Drake. I heard you like him young. Like, there's just a lot of, like, really interesting stuff that was coming out during these years. Secret World of Arietti, Colorful, a lot of these anime films. Let me see. What's in 2010? Fall 20... Oh no! Oh my god, the 2-for-1 special! Oh my god, we're so cooked. We're so cooked. We're so cooked. It's so over. It's so over. Oh my god. What were we doing? bro, like, what are we doing, man? What are we fucking doing? Oh my god. Okay, chat, hear me out. Hear me out, chat. Cause I know we got like Sora no Toshimono, we have Index 2, we have Panty and Stocking, a show that again is very iconic for the year. Right? Like, and of course, The World God Only Knows, one of the greatest harem series of all time, one of the greatest romance series of all time. I love The World God Only Knows. I'm gonna reread the manga anytime now because it is just that good. But like, oh yeah, and Kurage Hime, very interesting show. Fucking Squid Girl, very, very fun series. What do we have? Star Driver, another Bones mecha series. They were kind of like, man, kind of got Iron Man. You know, kind of gotta let it go. But like, what else we got in here? Let it go, dog. Let it go. Is this the one where she voices porn? It is. This is the one where she voices porn. That's crazy. And, okay, so, chat, hear me out. Chat, hear me out. Is Ori Emo not a show that best embodies the year 2010? Like, is it not like the one that when you think of the way anime was in 2010, do you not immediately just think of Ori Emo? Like a show that definitely was not going to be talked about or discussed or like made in the same ways it would be nowadays. Like, am I not insane? Am I insane for thinking that despite Ori Emo being like being Ori Emo, that it is one of the most 2010s ass shows ever created? Like, am I insane for thinking that? Am I diabolical for what it is I'm about to do? Would I be like a psychopath if I put Ori Emo in like the show that best embodies 2010? Would I be a legitimate insane asshole? Because I'm looking through this, aside from Angel Beats, and I've already put K-On! Season 2. You're cooking, but it's deep fried? Like, okay, but like, look at what else is coming out during this year, right? And tell me that, like, of these, as good as these other ones are, you don't think of 2010 until you look at Ori Emo's goofy ass sitting here, right? Like, I feel as though, because I didn't put K-On! For 2009, put FMA, because it does, I like, this is when we reach like the Moe epicenter, right? Like, it has to be Ori Emo, right? Nah, screw you, I'm putting Ori Emo. I'm putting Ori Emo. It's so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Okay, so this is the last year I'm going to cover tonight. I'm definitely doing a part 2 of this stream later. Okay, that's fucked up. That's crazy. That's crazy, right? We got Madoka in 2011 of winter? And Gossip? Okay, if you haven't seen Gossip, Gossip is this show that was made by, like, during the Bones Dark era, that was just this strange period drama that took place in an alternate universe for Gon Freaky to take the award. You might be right, but like, I don't know. We'll see how I feel about 2011. Gossip is a very extremely underrated show. I might even make a video about extremely underrated anime that everyone should watch, and Gossip's definitely going to be on there because Gossip is like this show that is just super underappreciated considering how good it ended up being. Oh god, Infinite Stratos is also here. So is Kodowa Zombie Deska. Kimi ni Todoke Season 2. I'm so glad Kimi ni Todoke is finally back after 13 years. Dragon Crisis is a show that exists. Level E is a show that I've heard a lot of good things about. Card Fight Vanguard. Rio Rainbow Gate was a show I heard about. I think, like... Is this a character from a fighting game? Wolverine! Sweet Precure. One of the best seasons of Precure from what I've heard from Precure fans. What is this? Okay. Okay, dude. Alright, man. Did Nichijou come out this year? Steins Gate came out this year too. And Nichijou. Oh my god. Steins Gate, Nichijou, Blue Exorcist, Gintama Season 2. The second season of The World God Only Knows, Hanasaki Iroha. Like, Tiger and Bunny, Sket Dance, Kaiji Season 2. Man, we really were, like, 2000, this really was the golden era for what anime was. Let me see. Nichijou is just, again, the perfected version, I believe, of Azumanga Daioh, because unlike Azumanga Daioh, people who talk about Nichijou actually watch Nichijou. Steins Gate is, again, one of the best, one of the most recommended anime of all time. I'm gonna play the games because at this point, like, I feel as though a lot of people who are into, like, the Sayadvi verse, like, really would rather I play the visual novels. So I've been meaning to get around to it. So here's the thing about Anohana. I went and rewatched Anohana, and Anohana is a show I used to love like Code Geass, but when I rewatched it, certain aspects I realized sort of put me off. Like, for example, the main character, and the very first thing that happens in the show is that the main character gets off when his dead lolly girlfriend rubs her ass on his dick. So, like, that's how the show starts. And I think once I rewatched the show and I saw that, I suddenly, like, I reacted very, like, what is the word? I was like, oh, how did I forget this happens? And then the show does a lot of, like, there's other shows that talk about grief that, like Anohana does, but do it so much better because what they do is they actually focus on the death of the girl rather than how, like, all these other people try to make it about themselves when they were too young for it to affect them. Like, I feel like Omori is the better version of what Anohana does. So, like, I just can't fully back a lot of Anohana because a lot of what they do is they make the main character, like, Jintan's got the biggest dick in the universe. Jintan's the coolest guy of all time. He's so cool. And then you see him, he's just like a dude. No, that's the thing, though, is that, like, even though Anohana starts off with him getting off because a lolly girl rubs his dick off with her ass, like, the show ends up doing a lot of really good emotional work, but it's like Code Geass, where you start actually paying attention to it and it starts pissing you off. Like, the fact that Jintan is always talked about how cool he was instead of us actually seeing how cool he was really bothers me, because Omori managed to do that where Anohana doesn't. Same with Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso or Your Lie in April. So, like, Anohana just, as a result, like, it's a lot of emotional stuff that is held up by how it handles its emotional moments. Dead Man Wonderland is an edgy ass series that I read and watched, and you like blood, you like violence, yes sir, yes ma'am. That's all I gotta say about it. I don't like that. Okay, whoa, grippers. Let me see. Summer 2011. Oh my god, grooming. Say Drake. I heard it like I'm young. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Blood Sea sucks. Blood Sea's so bad. For as good as the opening is, you're better off just watching Blood Sea Death compilation than moving on with your life. It is boring otherwise, and it's just don't even bother. Baka and Test Season 2, of course, we have Yuri Yuri. Yuri Yuri is a very funny series. If you want some goofy fun time, watch Yuri Yuri. Mawaru Penguin Drum is another show that I've been meaning to watch for years. Haven't gotten a chance to do so. The Idolmaster is A1 Pictures' best show by far. The Idolmaster is one of the greatest shows ever created by A1 Pictures, and I feel as though like everyone who looks at the 2011 with like and neglects the Idolmaster is an idiot, because Idolmaster is just that good. It is every Idol series ever owes a good portion of their structure and the way they talk about their stories to this adaptation of a game. It's so good. The Idolmaster is so good. I'm gonna make a video talking more about it, but like I said, Idolmaster deals with grief better than Anohana does, right? It's so fucking good. Is that Kuroko no Basket? It's the lolly basketball show with these creatures that should not be on the court, man. They don't look like they could dribble, let alone like they don't got the jets, man. They don't got it, man. Blade. But like, let me see. Mactanium Surge is still going on. Peak Fiction dropped this day. That's crazy. That's so crazy. 2011 dropped Peak Fiction. From Up on Poppy Hill. Oh, okay. Okay, we all make mistakes sometimes. Wow, guys. No, that's actually so insane. Hunter x Hunter, like, we have... This is actually... Hold on. Being sandwiched between Guilty Crown and Mirai Nikki is actually some diabolical work that you're doing right here. Because Hunter x Hunter 2011 is, again, what many consider one of the greatest battle shonen adaptations of all time. They're totally fair for believing that. Mirai Nikki is a show. It is bad. It is nasty work. It's got the like atypical yandere character, and it's the most boring one. I do not like Gasayuno like everyone else did. The show's so bad. It was just agonizing watching it the entire time. Fate Zero, again. What do I gotta say about Fate Zero that already hasn't been said? Unless you're a Type Moon fan who hates it because of the fan base, which again, fair. Totally fair hating on Fate Zero because of the fan base. The fan base is obnoxious. Haganai is a very funny series. Haganai is one of the funniest anime of all time. You should, if you ever get the chance, watch Haganai. Chihaya Furu is great. I need to watch the rest of the anime so then I can go and read the manga, because apparently Chihaya Furu is peak fiction. From the one season I watched of Chihaya Furu, I believe that's the case. Guilty Crown is like, what if we took every mecha anime trope like Code Geass and then just did it worse? But like have two of the best openings of all time, and a fire-ass Hiroyuki Sawano score, right? Bakuman heard a lot of good things about, don't know anything about Bento. It's like, Working Season 2, the best Persona anime adaptation from what I heard. The final season of Shakugan no Shana, which is a fever dream, but has two of the best openings of all time. Mobile Suit Gundam Age, I've heard a lot about. I was in a theater class with someone one time, and they just sat, like, I think the guy was, like, a football player, and he just started talking to me about Mobile Suit Gundam Age, was lore dumping Mobile Suit Gundam Age to me once he found out I was into anime. And that's how I figured out that liking anime was normalized. So I was like, okay, cool, I guess. Oh, Kyoso Giga's, the ONA came out. Okay, so it's just one episode, so I can't really count that. until 2012. God, let it go, man. The K-On! Movie. Okay, so the thing is, if I had to say an anime that best embodies 2011 and not being biased in terms of things I like, it's between Madoka Magica or it's Hunter x Hunter. And I gotta think about, in terms of anime adaptations, which one influenced more. And if I'm being completely honest with you, as popular as Hunter x Hunter's anime adaptation is, a lot of that influence is due to the manga existing before things like Naruto, that I can't really give it credit for being the most iconic of that year. But Madoka Magica changed everything. Madoka Magica legitimately changed the landscape of how like magical girls were perceived. From this point on, every series wanted to be Madoka Magica. Where Hunter x Hunter was an adaptation of a very popular battle shonen series, what it did, its readaptation, is just what FMAB did better like 2 years prior. But Madoka Magica, like, legitimately, like, changed everything about the landscape of anime going forward. And all because Gen Urobuchi just really, really, really wanted to make Kamen Rider Ryuki again. Like, you can trace a lot of stuff. Like, this is like the last hurrah, really, for Shaft as we know it. It's one of the most iconic Claris openings of all time. It changed the landscape of how everyone viewed magical girl series going forward. I think I'd be stupid to say that to put anything in terms of okay, Hunter x Hunter was praised for subversion by people who don't really watch battle shonen, because Hunter x Hunter is just your standard battle shonen. It's Togashi's influence, like, from Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter extends into battle shonen as we know it today. Like, pretty much every modern quote unquote new gen that's 10 years old drew from Hunter x Hunter. So it's just an adaptation of a show of a manga that was already influential and popular. I can't give it that influential stance because it's everything that's owed to it is owed to the manga, not to the anime. But Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica is an original series that changed the landscape of anime forever, from a studio that is a shadow of its former self that wouldn't be itself during an era where it was in its prime. It has to be Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Oh, I gotta put the star in there. I'll put in a little star there every time it is. So, actually, you know what? 2011, I feel like 2011 is a good place to stop because 2024 is not going to be as dense because it's not over yet. But here are my picks. Again, here are the rules. Take a look at my rules before I keep going. My favorite of the year, 2000, is Hajime no Ippo. But the anime that best embodies the spirit of that year, 2000, is Furikuri, or Fooly Cooly. 2001, my favorite of that year is Spirited Away, but the one that best embodies the energy of the anime landscape back in 2001 is, of course, Fruits Basket. 2002, both spots are occupied by Naruto, because Naruto, the way it was adapted, aside from One Piece, is not going to be replicated, right? I feel like Naruto sort of, like, really embodied the way a lot of modern battle shonen sort of follow themselves, and especially in terms of the anime. And 2003, it's FMA for both spots. Same reason. FMA sort of is this type of adaptation from a studio that is never going to be the same as it was back then. During this year, And because of how popular it ended up being, the way it got readapted later on is still owed to how influential FMA 2003 is. 2004, my favorite is Mahou Shoujo Lyrical Nanoha for how batshit insane and wacky it is. But what best embodies the year 2004 to me is Futari wa Precure, because of how Precure ended up changing the way Magical Girls, like, way Precure was, and how Toei sort of built, like, had that section of merchandising plotted out, and how Precure joined Kamen Rider and Super Sentai as one of the biggest, like, transforming hero properties of all time, the highest selling. My favorite for 2005 is Blood Plus, and Blood Plus is, again, a very good series that's heavily underrated that everybody should watch. But the one that's best embodies the year is a Bones Mecha series. Again, only 5 years separated from them splitting off from Sunrise, fresh off of Cowboy Bebop, right? And Eureka 7 is the show that best embodies that sort of spirit that we're never getting back from Bones. You're gonna see, like, you'll notice that Bones series sort of fall off after this golden era. 2006 is the start of the golden era of anime as we know it, where my favorite of that year is Ouran High School Host Club, but the one that best embodies it is The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, because of, if you want to know what anime was like, you just needed to watch Haruhi Suzumiya. 2007, both spots are just Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, because Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is the culmination of not just mecha series, but anime in general from every point, from everything up to that point. Again, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann has more Ashita no Joe in it than it does Mobile Suit Gundam. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is just what you would picture anime to be, especially at that point in 2007, to the point where it has as big a fan base as it is now, and it continues to influence anime through the style that you see in stuff like Studio Trigger's catalog. 2008, Planet After Sword is one of my favorite anime of all time. It changed my life. It left a void in my soul. But Soul Eater is the one that best embodies the spirit of 2008, because it's the type of adaptation, again, that we're not going to see for a while. And the discussion surrounding remakes and everything happened because of Soul Eater and the way it sort of like ended up not getting fully adapted. In the same vein as 2003 and the Soul Eater to FMAB changed everything. Every single readaptation measures itself to FMAB, including Hunter x Hunter 2011. But FMAB, again, number one on MAL for literal decades until it got replaced by Free Ren last year, right? FMAB's just that iconic. 2010, K-On's one of my favorite anime of all time. Too bad it got appropriated by the racists. But in a crazy-ass twist of events, Ori Imo ends up being the show that best embodied 2010. Not because it's good, but because it has that sort of energy that is just unique in every way to 2010. And of course, we come on to 2011, where my favorite anime of that year is The Idolmaster. But the one that best embodies the spirit of 2011 in terms of anime of that year, and the one that sort of just like changed the landscape of anime forever, it's Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Yeah. So next, when we come back with this stream, which will probably be after I come back from Anime Expo, we will be talking about, 2012 all the way to 2024. Spoiler, a lot of shows that I ended up, I think I didn't get into seasonal anime watching until 2015. So once we get to 2015, that's when we start really getting into the shit. Let me do something I haven't done in a while and go to the main real quick. Woo! Yeah. It's been a while, guys. Been a long time. Been a month since I revealed my past on stream. And yeah, I think, to be honest with you, it's been a bit of a process. I haven't had the motivation really to make a lot of videos, but I have a lot of big projects coming down the line. There was originally one I was going to make for this month, but I got so caught up in work that I haven't got a chance to work on it. So Can't wait for Keijo to be at the top of 2016, dude. It might be. It might be. Keijo is just built different. But like, I think I'm trying to change the way my channel is moving going forward. To be honest with you, if you haven't got a chance to watch my last 2 streams, you should just go watch those real quick. Because my last 2 streams sort of paints a picture of why I was making the sort of content I was making, and my sort of anxieties surrounding why I didn't want to continue making that sort of stuff, right? I didn't want to make a lot of like edgy, serious, emotional video essays because that's the kind of content I used to make on my old channel. But ever since the stream and ever since the success relative of my free run video, I've been wanting to make more of that type of content. So I've just noticed a lot less enjoyment coming out of making sort of fun, unserious topics that I've gotten joy from writing scripts, from making serious videos, making these big, ambitious projects that when I come back from Anime Expo, I'm gonna try to put out a bunch more videos that are gonna be serious, and we'll see how we handle that. Real quick though, before we do that, I want to read off the super chats that I got last time that I didn't get a chance to really read off because I was trying to not be sort of emotionally distracted. So I got a super chat from Trash Kantai, Quack for Us Duck Boy, which is, I don't even understand why that was there. Why Quack for Us Duck Boy was a thing I got from famous Busham Zero mod Trash Kantai, but thanks for the $2. Super chat from Mr. Electricidad. This is like finding Dr. Seuss's World War II comic strips, which, okay. Insane. Lambo Calrissian donated $5. Thank you for the $5, saying that Shammy doing the I Grew Up stream. Again, if you haven't gotten a chance to watch me doxing my past life, there's some really heavy information. One of the guys I mentioned in the second stream, good news is I heard he got arrested. So that's a dub for us. That's a dub for people who like people of the age of consent. And for me, honestly, that was a big reason why I left. And Einahausen, thank you for the $2, saying that you made such an impact on my friends and I. I'm glad I was able to do that, honestly. I feel like I'm still sort of feeling the burnout of like the emotional anxiety I had leading up to that stream. I'm still sort of lost as to what to do going forward, but I'm hoping you guys like what I make going forward, the more serious videos. I've been sort of lost on my direction for a long time. So I'm hoping that moving forward I'm able to find, you know, what it is I really want to do and what I want to say. Otherwise, I think aside from that, everything else has been pretty much standard. I don't know. We'll see how everything goes. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads and lack of updates. If you're a member, by the way, if you become a member, you'll be able to see a lot of all the canceled videos I've been working on that haven't got a chance to. I'm going to be uploading them soon, making all these unfinished videos that I don't find very good, and a lot of like privated videos that are private and on the channel that I'm gonna make available for members only. So yeah, I'm gonna be making that as like probably accessible for members tomorrow. So if you want that, become a member right now. Hit the join button. I'm planning on having a lot more members only content. And like I mentioned, there's a lot of anime films I want to watch, so I'm gonna bring back the members only watch alongs. Perhaps we'll see how everything goes. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys when I get back. Goodbye.